like that, not your mother.
Music licensing reimagined.
That's weird.
So I don't get no love?
See, if she had a husband, the mom was married, wouldn't be
But marry him, Gida.
No lying.
But marry him.
Oh. I feel moving.
The daddy would have been like, get up off her, bro.
Exactly. There's no way my son.
I'm not
You still with him?
My life as a lazy stay-at-home mom. And this is what my house looks like today. My kitchen is a mess. My living room a disaster. My laundry hasn't been done in a couple weeks. So much food left out. Sink filled with dishes. Would you believe me if I said the majority of this was just from one day? Let me tell you one thing about myself. I have all or none thinking. Meaning I go full force onto a project and work on it for hours because I'm hyper fixated, or I do nothing at all. And this is a huge reason why I get so burnt out all the time, because I train my brain to only work in long hour sessions. And the idea of doing anything for hours can be totally overwhelming. That is why the majority of the time after I'm done cooking, I will not clean. And the reason I think my kitchen is always so messy is because after I'm done loading the dishwasher and my sink is clear, unfortunately I find other dishes around my house. So it's really just a never-ending cycle. After I was finally done with my kitchen, I moved on to my living room where there's always so much clothes. My coffee table has so much food on it. Hey, you want a dirt high five? And unfortunately, it's not just my couch that has clothes everywhere. It's my hallway too. It seems my whole house is falling apart as well as me. That was a cabinet to my kitchen where my toddler's favorite toys, dishes. I find them everywhere. After I finally picked everything up, my kitchen for the first time in like a week. Then I did some laundry after that. I literally always have to smell if it's good. That's all I felt like doing today.
I'm simple. Deep down inside, I'm simple.
And it don't look like it. It look like I gotta pull up with the Bentley. If I ain't got it, I can't even approach you.
It's not necessarily that, you know. Have a good car for you, not for society or what you think I may view you as. You know what I mean? I have a nice car, but I worked for it, and that's fine. But that car doesn't define who I am.
Yeah.
My car, my house doesn't define who I am. That's just something that is an add-on, something I like.
Right.
People place value on materialistic things. These things can come and go.
Facts.
You know. Have a nice car for you, though.
For you.
Have a nice car for you.
I'm trying to out.
Don't try to, what is the term, the Joneses, keep up with the Joneses, keep up with the people. Well, no, get what you can afford. And that's a man to me. If you're taking care of your own shit, providing for yourself, that's a man to me. No matter what is it, a Honda, Altima, Kia, whatever that is, don't have nobody make you feel less than who you are because of what you drive.
Exactly.
I like you, I like you.
Thank you.
That's 100%.
Some money is in your guys' bank account. I got like 1,200.
It's good for them.
Like 70K? Yeah.
70K. What you mean 70K?
What do you mean? My dad gave it to me.
You made me pay for all this shit, and you got 70K.
You're my boyfriend. Why wouldn't you pay for my things?
Well, I mean, if you got 70K, I mean, you should be paying for.
Yeah,
this
but
shit.
usually the guy's supposed to pay for the things.
This is a serious problem. Like, I'm not even kidding. I paid for
What are you
dinner.
getting mad at me for?
That was $400.
You're supposed to pay for my shit.
You got 70K.
You're my boyfriend. You're supposed to
you
pay for my
kidding
shit.
me? Yo, dude, this is actually.
It's not my fault you're broke. How is that my fault?
We're done then.
What do you mean we're done?
We're done.
If you're gonna fucking scream at me, then leave.
Is it gonna be one check or two checks?
Am I getting lucky tonight?
Not at all.
2 checks.
Like, we just did a video like that in 2023, and y'all still doing it in 2024. What's going on?
Yeah, and honestly, I get what guys are saying, but it's other ways to go about it, right? You gotta make sure what you're saying is making sense. Because if you don't, you're gonna be just like the women that you're talking about not making sense. They're gonna be looking at you the same way. So you just can't expect a woman to give up herself something that she deems is valuable, with something that you're supposed to deem is valuable because you want her body count to be low, just to get it all of the day. You're not gonna marry that type of woman if you give that. So just make sure what you're saying is reasonable, so you can get the type of woman you want.
So I want you to tell the people what you just told me. You just got your tubes tied without even talking to me about it. Why would you do that?
I mean, we already have, we have children, technically they're not.
Those are not my biological kids.
I know they're not yours, but, you're a great father figure to them.
I can be a great father, but I want to be a great father to my own actual child. My biological child. I want an actual child of my own that I can say that is really my own.
I mean, that's valid, but at this point, the decision has been made.
What you mean the decision has been made? Why wouldn't you talk to me about it first? Why would you just up and do it?
I don't have a ring on my finger, so it's just what's the point?
All right, I'm done.
You don't have a ring on your finger, but you in this house though.
I'm dead.
Okay.
I'm done.
What you mean, man? What's going on?
I mean, it's just
Yes, I could be a great father, but what's going on?
I was, but
it's final, and I feel good with what I did. Don't make me feel bad or try to.
Well, why wouldn't you talk to the person you're supposed to be spending your life with
it was just
about a situation that permanent?
I mean, I've been talking to family members, and I already have children. I know I want to
just
have.
leave.
Like,
Why
I
are you
don't have a
there?
child, so you genuinely just thinking about yourself.
My name's Dr. Elam. I'm 38 years old, and I popped my balloon just because you're simply too young.
I mean, if you change your mind, I'm open to it, though.
Why would you be open to it?
Cause you're handsome for one.
So you only like
And-
me because I'm beautiful.
Just like I'm beautiful.
Yeah, but that's not why I would only like you.
So why would you like me? Because you didn't answer that.
Because you can bring something and add something to my life. But because you're a liability, you
Right.
can't add anything to my life.
Right.
My name is Dr. Elam. I'm 38 years old. And I popped my balloon after listening to you.
Okay, damn.
Damn.
Okay.
Have you had therapy before?
No, you want to be my therapist? I think you're too into that because I don't need therapy. I'm fine.
I can definitely afford you financially, but maybe not emotionally.
Damn.
Do you know him? Bro, what is you doing, bro? She don't know you? She don't like you like that? You over here sitting next to people, bro. You need to move around, bro.
Relax. You don't know what she wants.
What she wants, bro. Look, I'm gonna tell you what I want. I want you to get up and move around, bro. I'm only gonna tell you this one time, too, bro. Move around. She don't like you, bro. Move around.
All right, all right.
Come on, man.
If you're wondering why you haven't been getting notified for our live shows, please follow these steps. Click on the notification bell first, and then go on your phone and make sure you get all notifications from YouTube. That is the key.
That girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine.
Music licensing reimagined.
I got a girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine. My one time for the one time. Love the one.
Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all for being here. Let me remove that. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, we on this side. All right, we got a new setup. Oh, so okay, you got it. You got it more on this side. You can move here.
Come on this side, okay.
All right, what's up? What's up, everybody, man? Appreciate everybody for coming in, man. I'm sorry, I gotta get a haircut.
No, you don't. Oh my, it's just.
Yeah, man.
There's nothing wrong with your hair.
No, I just
it
I'm
fills
not
in.
I'm not used to this, whatever.
It fills in and it fills in with the beard.
Yeah, man.
I gotta take my stuff off the wall.
Let me cover it. Now this is our office, man. We just renovated some of it, so man, appreciate y'all for staying tuned, even though we was in the room, man. We're trying to get these rooms together and stuff like that, man. But appreciate y'all for being here, man. So we got a great show for you guys playing today. So the title of the show is "Should Men Be More Vocal Today?" Right. So we're gonna be touching on a lot of different topics and a lot of different conversations that people be having when it comes down to what men have to say. Men are not saying enough. Men are saying too much. Men are sassy, and all these different talking points that we always hear. Right.
So, sassy.
Yeah. So
what's sassy? What is sassy?
Yeah, they're just basically saying they feminine or soft type of deal. So they got all these like new sayings and stuff like that they have. So, but yeah, man, we said shout out to the people in the building. Hey, what's up, Indiana?
Hey, what's up?
Appreciate that. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. What's up, Hustler Muscle?
Hey. Up, I see you going strong over there.
Yo, man. So
I don't be watching as many lives like that, but I do see some notifications here and there, and then I be busy most of those times. But I'm gonna try to step in there sometime.
Yeah, man. So we've been very busy. So it's been a while since my wife been on the live with me. So she's been kind of trying to get things in order, in the house and stuff like that. Stuff went in the house like she wanted it, so she went into mommy mode. So man, but all right, let's get into these videos, man. Let me I'm gonna click this one. I've been using.
Gentlemen, shut up and listen. Here's the deal. A lot of men feel shame today for being a man, and I want to tell you right now, don't feel shame. But
on that first point, do you think men? What is your overall? I'm actually a couple questions off the top.
Okay.
But what's your overall? How you view men in today's society? Do you believe like most men are leaders and stuff like that, or what would you think?
I would say no.
Okay.
So, because to me, I feel like a majority of relationships are failing. Okay, and then I say to me, it's because men are not leading.
Okay.
Yeah, and I could blame women all day, right? Because of some of their actions, right? We know a lot of women who just can't get it together. They don't understand how to have a relationship with a man. But at the same time, if the man is supposed to lead the house, then that could be another reason why these relationships are not working out.
Okay, all right, we're gonna touch back on that a little bit later. So that's a good starting point. All right, let's see what you got to say.
Sitting there on your ass is doing absolutely nothing to get your life better. And you'll keep feeling shame until you do this one simple thing. Get up. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up and go after what the fuck you want.
When a man opens up, when he really opens up, don't you use what he said when he was open to prove a point when you want to win an argument. You will never hear the full story from us ever again.
Is that the pastor guy? That's
Yeah, it seemed like.
What's her name? Shawnee O'Neal, Shaq's ex.
Okay, that's what it is.
Shaq's ex-wife's that's his new wife.
Okay.
New husband.
Yeah. So with guys, right? I know a lot of guys like to. So we have to put things in perspective, right? We all in one period of time is going to do something similar to what he's saying, right? But guys, what I want you guys to take from this video is, even though a woman does take that, either leave her ass or make sure you try to work this situation out and make sure you teach her, hey, this is not what you're supposed to do in a situation like this, right? Because you just can't just shut down completely, because now you're not going to get the things you need in that relationship. So you as the man, you have to set the tone in the relationship. And if you are doing that, you're not going to be able to set the tone, right? So you have to understand, like, hey, even though this woman did this, she's just not knowing. You have to teach her. So I wouldn't tell men to shut down. Sorry, my wife making all this damn noise. But I wouldn't tell men to shut down. But I would tell men, like, hey, you have to put yourself in the position.
There we go.
You have to put yourself in position so you can be open, so you can teach that woman, right? So all right, let's get it.
And we'll start say stuff like this. How are you? Good. I ain't good, but I just ain't telling you. Women, let me tell you something. Men are not emotionless. We have deep emotions.
Yeah.
We just don't know how to express them. And let me tell you, if you make us feel unsafe, you'll.
I think men do know how to express their feelings, but I think men are too afraid of hurting women's feelings in today's society, and I think that's what messed us up, right? We're so afraid of saying the wrong thing that's going to hurt her feelings. Fuck all that. Your feelings might get hurt. You know what I'm saying? But you have to let her know what it is, because you don't want to lead that relationship to the end. Because if you're not saying shit, you're just basically going to let her continue to do shit that you're not going to like. You're just going to continue to shut down, and it's going to be the end of that relationship. So tell her ass up front. It might hurt her feelings. She might not understand it right now. Years down the road, she might down. You was right when you said blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think it's that. I just think men, like you said, don't know how to express it. Like how you express stuff to me, I don't understand every single thing, because you saying it in the way you as a person, you have your own, characteristic traits. Yeah. And then you as a man, it's like two different things. So I'm a lady. I learned to learn you. I learned to understand you. But you still a man, and I don't understand that sometimes, not all. I'm doing a lot better though.
Yeah.
But like, I think that's an example to say that some women just don't understand how you guys communicate. So if you say, hey, I would like to relax today, right? We want to hear more details. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean you don't want me around? Does that mean you want me around, but you don't want me to talk? Does that mean, you want to leave the house? Like, y'all sometimes I don't think y'all speak in detail for us to understand whatever it is that's going on.
But they shouldn't have to. That's on the woman. And so say if I say, hey, I just want to chill, right? You should ask me, okay, what do you mean by that? What do you want? Like, do you want me to, you know what I mean? Because now you get the clarity that you want. But if you just say, hey, I want to chill, and you walk away, and then expecting me to oh, I wonder what she's thinking about. Because when I say I want to chill, I'm gonna sit down and fucking just do whatever, relax, get my mind off the world and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna be thinking about, hey, she still has unanswered questions. I'm thinking you understand what I'm saying.
So that's where I was gonna say, ladies gotta do better with asking.
Yeah.
But then just because they don't ask don't mean it can't be explained. So it could be both. It just depends on what's going on. Like if you know some men should learn how to read their lady. It's not all about us reading y'all. Y'all gotta read us too. And if you see someone is like a little off, right? Because you said something, then you could be like, hey, what's going on? Did I say something to offend you? Or however, you know, you guys communicate. But it needs to come off in a positive way. It don't need to be like y'all about to have an argument. So now it will open her up to be safe to talk back to you. It's both. Sometimes it is both. I wouldn't say like toxic relationships are like that. I'm just talking about regular relationships. I think sometimes it's both. Some women are afraid to express or ask the question because they think they're going to get rejected too. It goes both ways. So I think just to make her feel safe to start to continue to ask you, you can look at her demeanor and be like, oh, well, she don't look the same right now because I said something. I don't know what I said. That's a little weird. And you ask.
Yeah, but I think that's on her. Honestly, if you have something something that you want clarity on, ask. You know what I'm saying? No, I should say ask.
Did you say ask?
But I wouldn't blame. I wouldn't tell the man or put that burden because this man is trying to chill. So
no, not like that. Not every time.
I'm talking about that situation. I'm talking about.
Yeah, not every single time. I'm just saying in general.
What's up, brother Eugene? How you doing, sir? Right, let's get back to it. You ready?
I'm just trying to see the live.
Never hear from us again. If I tell you something in a moment of vulnerability and you use it against me in an argument, you can forget me talking to you forever. And you keep talking about he quiet, he shut down, he's in his man cave, he won't open up because when he did open up, you shut the door on him.
But if men, don't shut down, because if you shut down, you shouldn't be in that relationship. I'm just gonna let you know that now. You know what I'm saying? Because you might as well just fucking say, hey, like I'm not in a relationship no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to do better at that of not shutting down. Fuck all that shutting down shit. Making sure you if you're gonna be in that relationship, be in that relationship. All right. So let's get it. Hold on, yeah, I'm doing something.
Y'all know I hate talking about relationship advice on here. I think that's the most redundant conversation to ever be had because it goes absolutely nowhere. But I really want y'all to stop listening to people that get on here and talk about relationships nonstop. Derrick Jackson was cheating on his wife the entire time that he was preaching, y'all, and people were eating it up. The same goes for these people on these apps, especially the ones that try to weave in the word of God into what it is that they're talking about. I just saw some man on here talking about women and modesty. I want y'all to shut the fuck up. I really do. Because.
And I think, all right, so.
What happened? What?
So, you want to go back?
Like, no, I mean, like, can you explain what he's saying?
So he basically is saying like to the people, he want people like us talking about relationships to shut up, men and stuff like that. Basically he wants men to be quiet and not explain the type of things that they look for. He brought up one example of
the modesty.
The modesty, right? And this is my problem, ladies, right? Ladies, be careful of who you're getting your information from. Never get if you are a heterosexual female and you trying to get a man. You ain't trying to get somebody that's going after other men, a guy that's going out. Don't take their advice. They're not going to give you genuine advice. That's like me going into a dike to get information about to help me and my relationship with me and my wife. That shit don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to he's talking about we need to shut up. The men that's actually telling the ladies what we want to see, whatever, because it's certain men that want those type of women, right? It's some men that want women to be dressing all like out and open and stuff like that, right? I wouldn't say most of those men want to marry those women that has that idea of how they want to dress, right? But some men that do like that. But the most men that want a modest woman, they are looking for marriage, and this are the men y'all supposed to be looking for if you want to have a long relationship.
Why is he telling them to shut up though?
Because he just tired of hearing them. So basically, a lot of a lot of these feminine guys, whatever, they like to be on the women's side because they're their friends and stuff. They relate more to them, so they like to basically have some of the same talking points as the females, but they would have a man, you know what I mean, face saying exactly. It's kind of like when they say the pick me for the woman and all this BS, whatever. That'll be like something I guess similar towards, but they don't want women. Some of them do, but you know,
yeah,
you know how that shit is. So be careful who you getting your advice from, ladies. Please.
I mean, why would you listen? I mean, when a man is like asking or saying, "Hey, you need to dress more modest," then, like I said, you just ask why. Why should I dress? If you don't understand, then you ask why. Why should I dress more modest? So then they would explain. Yeah. They don't want your ass out there. However they want to, however they express themselves. And then, I mean, I don't understand what's hard to understand that.
Yeah.
So
I remember being at work, right? I was talking with this one lady, and she was saying, we was having like a deep conversation. She was like, "Yeah, man, like all the guys, all my top leadership, the people that I work with, they started treating me totally different when I got married."
How was they treating her when she got married?
Like they wasn't treating her bad, right? But they started treating her with more respect.
Oh.
Like they was making sure they was more respectful around her, having, I mean, just like the whole mindset flip. And I would say because that means that you was verified by another man that you was worthy of becoming a wife. You know what I mean? So other men are seeing that like, oh well, she must have something good about her for a man to risk all this shit just to marry you. You know what I'm saying?
Especially now, yeah.
Yeah. So they was like, she must be a decent woman. You know what I'm saying? And I would say most women that get married don't hate men. So in this culture where they teaching women to hate men, they gonna look at you as something different. You know what I'm saying? So that just go in line with the dress modesty. It's just your outward appearance. It makes men say, okay, oh, I can deal with this type of woman like this. She's a good quality woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if a man is telling you to dress modest, I don't see why you don't understand that. It's just saying to look more appropriate. So if you were dressing for attention to get a man, all right, you got him. He married you. So now why, if he's asking, because some men don't ask, they're like, okay, whatever. I want people to see your ass so they can know that the men can't get what I have. There's men like that. Okay. But if you have a man that's like, nah, I don't want nobody seeing your goods, then why would you want somebody seeing your goods if you was wearing it to get the man, but you got him already? So it's like you have to think about that too. Like, why are you still doing it? Especially if he's asking. So you have to reconsider your thoughts and change your mindset. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what else.
I had to scroll through all of his content to find one video pertaining to just men. It's always directed at women. Speaking of, why is there a gay man on here preaching to women about what they need to be doing, what they need to be expecting? Shut up. It is Pride Month. Go be gay somewhere. The other thing, there was a man on here talking about nobody cares about men's mental health. He does not even care about men's mental health, because listen to what comes out of their mouth immediately after they talk about nobody cares about men's mental health. What is the next thing come out of their mouth? Nothing, because they don't even care about men's mental health. That is used to redirect the conversation somewhere else. It's only ever used in the opposition of one thing to try to escape accountability about something. They don't even care about men's mental health. And you're
saying the same thing over and over again.
Exactly. And how can you measure that? How can you measure somebody care about men's mental health? If they bring something out about it, I can say, hey, you don't care about it because you never said anything about it, and you down to somebody that's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like what's the time frame that you have to talk about a subject for that to be something that's important? And for men addressing women, men are going to address what they want. Just like when women are addressing men, they're telling men, hey, I want this type of guy. Hey, guys, I need you to do better. Guys, they're not going to be just talking to women, you know what I'm saying? Because they actually want men. So when men are addressing women, they telling you what we want. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So but I guess he in a different community, so I guess he don't understand. So
You notice the only reason that they really brought that up is because it's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, but it's also Pride. They're only using it to redirect the attention away from Pride. They don't even really want the attention on men's mental health.
So you mad because they taking attention from Pride Month? Like y'all are a very small population.
They look big to me.
Yeah, they look big because they on the motherfuckers talking. Most men are just out there working, doing what they're supposed to do, trying to take care of their families, trying to take care of their responsibilities. But we continue to try to make us fight against one another for no fucking reason.
Stop listening to these people.
Men don't talk. And this is something that we have to look at. They're taught to be a man and internalize everything. And then on top of that, us women, we have never learned, we were never taught what it means to create the atmosphere for your man to open up himself to you. And so in times and moments where your man opens up himself to you, it's very hard for you to receive it. In fact, in a moment where you were upset at him, angry at him, mad at him, you used that information that he gave you, which was so sacred, against him. It was a slap to his face. And now you're asking yourself, why doesn't he talk? Why?
She's making a lot of valid points. I think that's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
So I wanted to put both of us in the situation, but right now we're going to speak about the women who are doing this. Men are not emotional. So when they start to share information about their feelings, you must in your head, oh, he must really love me to do that. Because they're not just going to be saying this to anybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless they're just being vulnerable and dumb. But if they are just with you and y'all by yourself, y'all in the house or whatever, in the car, whatever, and he's expressing everything to you, you must listen, respect what he's saying, and be that person, a voice of reason. Do a little prayer, whatever it is that you like to do to make him feel like he was heard. That's it. Just like you like to be feel heard, he wants to feel heard, like he was heard as well. And then after that, what she's saying at the end is that now y'all mad, you're having an argument, and you throw it back at him. Yeah. So I think a lot of people actually do that,
yeah,
and I think all men and women do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? One time to but just be mindful that you don't do that. And you have to understand that you want men to open up to you. That's how you know you got them. You feel me?
Yeah. And men, and like I said earlier, you have to be more vocal. You have to set the standard. If you're not trying to set that standard in that relationship, that foundation, that relationship is going to be weak. So honestly, I wouldn't be trying to depend on a lot of ladies for this shit to change. It's going to have to start with us being real with you. So let's get it with it.
Doesn't he want to speak to me? Why isn't he going the same way that he did before? So we have to learn how to create the atmosphere for a man to open up himself to us. But it's imperative that we know that this atmosphere comes from within. This is something that comes from within the woman. And if the woman is always focusing on the fact that her man is not talking to her, she'll neglect her own self.
That's true. So to create the atmosphere, I don't know if she's going to say it or not. She's kind of getting there. You just have to not be like yelling, bickering, they say nagging, or I don't know these new words today, but just don't be doing all that.
Yeah.
Like if, let's say y'all both work, because I think most people are working both today. So y'all both work, y'all both come home. Don't have so many expectations, especially if you never had a conversation. You're expecting him to do things, okay? Don't expect nothing unless you spoke about it and y'all agreed on it. I think that some women think that men are supposed to do certain things when sometimes men are just going to be men and men going to do men stuff. And it's not going to be what we're thinking about. So if you are expecting him to, I'm just saying, wash the dishes. I'm not saying all men don't wash dishes, but there are some men that don't really, go and do that. So if you're expecting him to do all of these things, have a conversation. Hey, I'm a little tied up at work on these days. Do you mind if, you take this part of the situation, whatever, and then see how that conversation goes. He's not going to say no and be disrespectful because you asked him. You have to be respectful asking, respectful bringing it up, having suggestions. That's all it's about. When you're in a relationship, it's about togetherness. But you can't expect him to have all of these things going on because he is still going to be a man and do what men do, right? So you still have to have that conversation. That is where the peace comes in at. Now you and him are peaceful. So that's the atmosphere that she's talking about. A peaceful atmosphere.
Exactly. Hey, what's up, TJ Q? DJ Q, Q, is it Cuba?
Cuda. Hey, what's up? What's up?
What's going on, bro? They said, yeah, peace, man. Men should be more vocal, but also tactful. Facts. It said the best trait both can have in a relationship is problem-solving skills. Peace.
Yes.
Hey, appreciate
now
that
is it. Problem-solving skills.
Yeah,
I know,
tactful,
like
that tactful, man.
And that's tactful.
That's the perfect word to use, man. So great comment.
The problem-solving skills. If you think about anything, you have to problem solve. But is it chaotic when you're trying to problem solve, or you're sitting down thinking and you're brainstorming and you're like, okay, these are 3 different scenarios or whatever, but in a more peaceful way with your man. That's how it should be. And if you don't know, ask him. Let him figure it out. But it's still you guys are not bickering.
Exactly. Let's get back to it.
Be able to look within herself and say, hold on a second. Am I creating the atmosphere? Is the atmosphere, is home coming from within me?
Sometimes when you ask a man how he's doing, he'll say he's good, even when he's not. And it's not because he doesn't trust you. It's not because he's a pathological liar. It's not because he's a poor communicator. It's because he wants to shield you from the weight of the world that he wears on his shoulders. He understands.
That is a fact. Because a lot of times, guys, man, we don't want you to, we dealt with an issue until that shit is over with. Hey, yeah, this shit is done. Don't worry about it. Oh, today was at work was good. You know what I'm saying? They already dealt with the shit, so the shit is over with. So they just trying to leave it behind them. So a lot of times I did that shit. Every time I used to come home from work, my wife was like, hey, how was work? It was good. It was all right. Same shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit is over with. You know what I'm saying? But that's facts.
Yeah, he never would share anything negative. I would, even to this day, I wouldn't know. Unless it was very crazy, but for the most part, never shared it with me.
Even that.
Only once or twice. We've been together about 10 years. So about once or twice out of the 10 years, right? But, I would, as soon as he came home, I would be, all happy and stuff like that. So he probably didn't want to disturb my peace. I don't know why he didn't say it, but you never know.
That you may not wear the pain the same. Sometimes he knows you better than you know you.
A man that's intentional knows what the he wants. This is a man that comes to the date knowing what he is looking for. He knows the type of capable wife he needs in his life. This is a man that won't waste your time. If you're not the right girl, he gonna tell you. He ain't gonna waste your time. He ain't concerned about collecting women. He's trying to collect a wife. This is a man that once he finds you got the qualification he know he needs, he's ready to make a move on it.
Women, you have to notice when you have this type of man, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a powerful this for tonight's conversation. Ace metaphor. Yeah, this was a powerful video that he did, right? Because a lot of times ladies can't tell the difference between a man that's intentional. Because that man that's intentional, he's gonna be very vocal. He's gonna tell you, hey, I want this, and this, and that, right? Because y'all always say, hey, men lead. Boom. That's your leader right there. He's telling you exactly what he wants. He's giving you the plan. He's giving you the vision. Hey, this is how I want my life to go. This is how I want my woman to operate. This is how I'm going to operate. If you with it, you with it. No or no. You know what I'm saying? Yes or no. You know what I'm saying? So if you come across a man like that, those men don't play games. You know what I'm saying?
Let me share the experience. So I came across a man like that. And that's different. It's going to come off very strong, right? And you may look at it like, oh, nah, I don't want that. He's going to think he's going to control me and tell me what to do. Those are the thoughts that you will automatically think of. He's not my dad and all that. No, listen, when you come across this man, trust me, you would know. Very, I don't want to say aggressive in a bad way. It's just they know what he know what he wants. So he's saying, hey, bop, bop, boop, right? And then that's it. Okay, not saying there can't be no negotiations, but you'll know. The ones that try to play games with you, the ones that you don't want, the ones that's not going to be loyal and be consistent with you in a relationship, okay, or doesn't even want to commit to you. they play games around. They're not consistent with their moves. They're saying things that they're not keeping up with. So if they start, oh, I love you. Okay, how does a man show that they love you?
Yeah.
You know that's marriage, right? I'm just gonna be real with you. First is gonna start with him being consistent, seeing you, right? Y'all see each other every day. He's calling you, he's texting you, whatever. Then it's gonna start with he's gonna marry you.
Yeah.
If that man ain't doing that, and it's like about years down the road, okay, y'all need to have a conversation.
How many of y'all been shopping for a house before? Before you go shopping for a house, you need a pre-qualification. You need a deposit ready. You have to be ready so that once you find what you like, you can purchase it. The same is true when it comes to dating. It's too many people.
Yeah. Now we're gonna be like, well, he gonna purchase me.
Exactly. You want him to pay for all the damn bills, don't you? Like you saving all that, but don't you want him to take care of you? So he's basically doing that.
I mean, I'm just saying.
People dating not ready, and they think that once they find the right person, they can get ready after they meet that person. How many of us has lost out on our soulmate because we weren't ready before we met them? So an intentional man readies his life in his single space. So before he stepped to you, he already got his life together. So now he don't got to waste years of your life trying to get ready. He's ready once he verifies you are the woman he is looking for.
That's a big fact. So but all right, so now we got cruise season, brother from cruise season.
And stuff, bro, that's disrespectful. Because one, you're not listening, and two, I haven't even, I know a lot of men, they haven't even got into what they really trying to get into. Many times, the moment you bring up the situation, whatever the topic is, let's say it's a problem with you not cleaning up. And I'll tell you initially, I'm getting into it, then you initially want, well, the last time you did it, it's like, bro.
But the fact is that I got a problem with you cleaning up. Hold on. That shouldn't even be a problem, ladies. If that's a problem, let that be the man problem. But for a female, we are supposed to be being feminine is being clean. And I'm not talking about just, your hair is clean or your nails is clean. Your house is clean. Your car is clean. You eat clean, okay? Yeah. That's a real feminine woman, okay? So that shouldn't be a problem. I just wanted to say that. Secondly, the second part he said was that you're bringing up what that man did instead of addressing what he's asking you. Yeah. Like, we got to learn how to start, solve the first problem. And then later, maybe a couple of days later, you could be like, hey, and bring it up, but in a respectful way.
I remember when we first got together, right? My wife used to do that crap.
Do
I
what?
was we used to bring up, so.
Oh yeah, bring up what you did, but you did, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, nope, we'll talk about that another time. We're gonna talk about this right now. So guys, use that like, hey,
that's leading.
Yeah.
Because I came in like, no, but yesterday or 2 minutes ago or earlier today or last year.
And I was like, no, you should have told me that shit back then. You know what I'm saying? Now we're talking about this. So next time when you have an issue with something, you need to bring it up right then and there, and we would address it. Right? Never let them or women, because women love to do that crap.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, how you gonna talk about me and you still doing that?
Yeah. So my mom and all, any female, they love bringing up some shit you did to counteract what they did rather than addressing the issue. So, and you got to teach them like, no, we got to address this issue so it won't happen again. So, and then once you tell me the issues you have, we can address those then so it won't happen again, instead of you just holding ammo and then just bringing shit out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? So.
And you let me get my shit off. Because when you're talking, I'm sitting there quiet. I'm listening to everything you're saying, taking it in.
Yep.
But when it's my time to speak, give my grievance, we can never finish it. A lot of men go through this. I've talked to a lot of men about this. It happens all the time. This is common. So I don't know what it is, ladies, but we got to fix it. The more men that feel heard, the more he'll come to you and be open with you and be vulnerable with you.
Enough qualified black men.
And you getting all the heavy hitter podcasts.
Yeah, man. I got a lot of man showing some love to the brothers, man.
Shout out to Eli.
Yep.
apparently, is what y'all saying, right?
Right.
Black
And that's
men
for many
can also
reasons.
say there's not enough qualified black
Oh,
women.
that's not true.
Yeah, that's true. That's not true. I don't know which one. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
not true.
there
I mean,
seems to be a
there's a lot of
disconnect.
other
I already know
things.
what she's about to say. She's gonna say that's not true because she's gonna say black women have education and money. Men do not care. We keep telling y'all that. Y'all that's another thing.
Why don't you care? Y'all can't live.
Okay, now I'm gonna share this because I don't understand why y'all think men care about your money. Okay, before I got with James, I was dating, right? And it was like no one asked me. No, I promise, and that maybe it's because the men I was picking. But listen, no man ever asked me that. Now they'll ask me, what are you doing with yourself? Right. So then, school or I work here, but it never was how much money you make. Never. They don't care about that. They don't really care about all this stuff. They want to see that you're ambitious and stuff. They want to see that you want to do something with yourself. They don't want to marry nobody lazy. So they will figure that out in different ways, but it's never about the money. Okay, what I think is happening. I think some of you ladies don't pay attention when you're dating. You're just there because he looked good, and you're there for the nice fancy meal if he's courting you, or you're there because you think you're about to get something out of him. It could be sex, it could be anything, but you're not there actually listening and paying attention to the date.
Yeah, I think what confuses a lot of women too is college, right? So when they go to college, a lot of them take care of their boyfriends in college because some of them be on food stamps, and because a lot of guys already get that shit, but women, they be having food stamps in college. And they know how to get the system. Women are real intelligent when it comes to, how to get things, resources out of the system, right? So a lot of them be taking care of men, and then they think when a man is on his shit, when he's on his grind, the type of men that they actually want to settle down with, because they just be playing with a lot of those guys in college. But when they actually want to settle down, they think those same men have that same type of energy with those guys in college, or those little boys that they was playing with, when they was in college. No, these men have a totally different mindset, and they understand. Like, I remember when I got my wife, I was like, yo, you ain't got to worry about working or paying bills. I got everything, because she was just moving into my house. So it was like,
and that was from like day one.
Yeah, it was like,
I'm
already paying all the fucking bills now. Like, you're one person. It's not like you get another bedroom. Like,
but I never really thought of it like that. So I grew up the only child. So for me being taken care of by my parents, it was already happening for a while. And then I moved on my own, had my own stuff, paying for my own things. But I was used to someone taking care of something. So then when I got with him, I wasn't thinking about, oh, well, I'm paying half and half. It didn't even matter to me. If you want me to pay half, I'll pay half. Because I was already out there trying to grind anyway. If you want me to do this, I'll do that. But he was like, nah, you good. Yeah. And I was like, okay.
Like, I'm already doing this shit anyway.
So. Honestly, y'all, this is a huge problem. Black women want to be black men so bad. Men could tell us that our degrees and our money doesn't matter, and we automatically tell them, you can't live without us. Or we think they're intimidated. They're telling us that they're the provider, that they're the protection, and that your degrees, while it makes you educated, that's not what they're looking for. Listen.
And what's so wrong with them not looking for it? That's what I'm trying to say. That's not the qualification that a man wants from you. He's not saying that those things are not nice. Yeah. If you are making six figures, trust and believe. He loves that. Yeah. But that's not what's going to make him want you. Exactly. That's the difference. Y'all have to separate it. He wants your looks. He wants your nurture. He wants you being a great mother, a great wife, a great friend, a great family member, a great every damn thing, except the money.
and to be honest with you, I know my wife makes six figures and shit like that, but it's not like I need you to go out there and thug to make more. And I'm not pushing her. I'm like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud that she's able to do it, whatever. But it doesn't, like, it's not. I like my wife because of the things before she made all that money. You know what I'm saying? I liked her before all that. You know what I'm saying? So, and
I'm still the same. Ain't what's changing? Like, I think that we have to establish what a relationship is. Yes, everything is based around money, not just a relationship. Everything is based around money. So yes, you need to make some type of money to live and have a place to stay. And then yes, you can increase that as the years go by, but that's not part of the relationship. Mm-hmm. It's you and that person. How do y'all get along? y'all need to work on that. If y'all get along, y'all can be able to go through anything. Exactly. And that's what needs to be worked on.
Yep. Hey, what's up, Trap One? What's going on? Let's get it.
Know you to be difficult because you are combative for no reason. You sit in the passenger seat and you constantly reach for the steering wheel, even in situations to where I'm not putting the car or us at risk, just because it's your natural instinct to be superwoman, as you've seen your mother grow up to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I want
shout out to Trill.
Yeah, what's up, Trill? What's up, bro? Like when I heard that, man, I thought of this, right? So in order for a man to lead, he has to have experience, right? So you don't get experience by not doing the job. You get experience by doing the job. So if you are getting in front of somebody, imagine you being at work, right, baby? Walk with me right quick. You at work, and then somebody's telling you you have a job, and somebody's always doing your job. How the fuck are you gonna know how to do your job? So
I went through that, yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah, you won't. Yeah.
Yeah, so women, you have to understand, like, hey, sometimes you gotta let men fail. You give your advice on the situation. Watch him make the decisions. Sometimes it might fail. Sometimes you might be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always 100%. Sometimes I made some decisions that didn't work, but most of the decisions I made did work. You know what I'm saying? And I learned from decisions that didn't work.
My thing is, like, y'all gotta remember, if something fails, you think this man want to be broke too? Like, y'all so worried about you being broke and you out on the street. You think this man wants to be out on the street and say, oh, I got to go back to my parents' house, my mom, dad, whoever, my grandma's house, go back home to the hood. You think they want to do that? And I'm like, yeah, some of y'all ladies don't be thinking about that. Y'all just think it's about you all the time. Trust me, especially if this man has nice things, he ain't trying to go back to his hood. He ain't trying to go back to his mom, dad, or parents' house, grandma, auntie, nothing. He wants to have his own place. He ain't trying to have no roommates either. Yeah. Okay? So we have to remember, like, these millionaires and these billionaires that y'all trying to get,
they failed.
They failed many times for years. Okay? For years.
Trump filed bankruptcy. 50 Cent filed bankruptcy. All these people that we look up to that's famous and stuff like that, if you look at their history, they filed for bankruptcy, even though some of them do it. I know why they do it, right? Because they trying to, you know what I mean? But I'm saying that's a sign of failure. You know what I'm saying? So,
but at the same time, y'all gotta remember too, sometimes failure is a blessing.
Yes.
Because when you do get to that next level of now I'm a millionaire, you got to learn how to handle that type of lifestyle. Exactly. Your money, the people you got around you that could destroy your shit. Like, you have to be a certain way. You have to have tough skin. You have to have excellent problem solving skills. You got to be all of that. Subject matter, all that. You got to have all of it. So it's not a bad thing. So don't look at men because they failed. Oh, they're less than. They're not less than nothing. If you married a bum, you marry someone that's lazy, then maybe. But you need to pick better, because if you marry someone that's about their business, don't ever look at them like that.
Yeah, and a lot of times when you're at the bottom, you find out who's really for you and who's really against you. I mean, it's against you, right? So you have to look at it from that perspective, because now once you actually get back to that level of making more money and stuff like that, you know who the people that was there when you didn't have nothing and that actually give a damn about you, that actually care about your situation and stuff like that, right? So
pay attention.
Yeah, so we just gotta do better and know what's up, man. So I learned a lot from all the different business ventures that I did, the failures and the blessings and the good things and stuff like that, man. It's so much out there, right? And I'm still in my early 30s, so yeah, you can learn a lot in this life.
And that's what I mean by being destructive to the relationship, because there's only so many times I'm going to let you reach for my steering wheel before I just park the car, get the fuck out, and catch Uber to somewhere else.
Just give me a fucking guideline, a fucking roadmap or something to calm me down.
Okay, this part I want to explain. This is my first time seeing this. James created everything today, but even if he gave you the roadmap, you know what you're going to try to do? You're going to try to alter it. Mm-hmm. We need to go left, right, turn back around, go straight. No. Matter of fact, we need to stop, take a break.
Like you're gonna be trying to change everything. You already trying to hear it, and you're gonna try to change it. That's gonna be natural for us because we are trying to. That's the type of things we do. We try. Some of us try to be organized, so we want to organize the things that's going on. But at the same time, if you don't understand that man's vision, you already against his vision. Ain't no way you about to listen to that roadmap. And matter of fact, men don't even give her the roadmap. If she not for you and what you trying to do, she don't need to hear it. She just need to wait. Yeah. Now, if she's about a lady who is providing advice that sound good, hey, you know, how about green instead of red or whatever? I'm just saying in general, you know, things that make sense, things that matter, especially when it's talking about the money, the figures. If she's giving you solid advice, then she need to hear everything. Yeah. Now y'all together can create this roadmap. Even though you have the final decision. So still have, you know, still be able to know who to tell and who not to tell. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man, because this is very important, right? And a lot of guys, they stopped at the level of leadership they was at because they listened to their woman. And they didn't expand their knowledge, right? They didn't expand and get different knowledges. I remember I told, you know, people in my life, like, hey, go into real estate. This is the perfect time right now. Get a house. Do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Now those same houses are $60,000, $70,000 more, right? When they could have got in when I got in. You know what I'm saying? So but you know what I mean, they was listening to, you know what I mean, different people in their life and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that that they was wrong for doing it, right? But I'm just saying, like, it's different perspectives that you got to do so you can get as a man so you can get to that next level. And so now you're gonna have to be, you know what I mean, listen to that woman's fears, because a lot of women, they like to be
listening to the fears.
Yeah, they like to be secure, right? And I understand that, right? But men, you got to get them out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even us in this house right now, if I didn't get my wife out of that mindset of hey, this house got to be all done up, it has to be all nice and new and all this bullshit, we wouldn't have made as much money off these houses as we did.
Yeah, like for example, I remember when you first we first purchased the house, he already had everything ready. He had his roadmap already done. It was just fast, and I can't catch it. Okay, and then he was like, "Yep, I'm about to buy this." He showed me the amount. He said he's about to click on that button, like this is what I'm about to do. And I was like, "Wait, hold on," because I'm looking at the dollar. I'm like, "Wait, you about to what?" So then I was like, "Wait, no. We have to do this first." So I liked what he was about to do, but something wasn't set up right to me. So I was like, no, we got to do this first. Give me 2 days, right? Give me 2 days. I'm gonna handle this business part. And then you could click that button. He's like, nah, we got time for that. Time is ticking. So literally, because me and him at that point, we were together about 4 years, right? Well, 4 years at this time. Just got married. He bought this house. We got married like probably 8 months prior to. So I was like, okay, so this is me letting him lead. So I'm saying, no, don't do it. But he's like, nah, I'm about to do it. I ain't got time for that. So I had to, you know what I'm saying? You learn as you go, but I respect him and I trusted him because he already proved to me years before to trust him. So I already had that. I was secure in that. So I just had to it was just the dollars. I was like, wait, don't take the money out. Don't take the money out. But anyway, he did it and successful. And he continued to do that same method. And then I still did what I said I wanted to do, which I had to set some stuff up. I did that 2 days later. I had it done. But he was still able to be consistent in his roadmap. And still to this day. So if I stopped him at that moment, that probably would have been not the end, but it just wouldn't have been as successful as now.
Yeah. We wouldn't have all the assets we have now. So.
Right.
You're making me fucking have anxiety because I'm used to having to manage my own life. It's hard for me as a woman that has had no choice but to lead myself to just be like, okay, I'm just going to ride in this passenger seat. Hold on.
I wish I was there because oh my gosh, she keeps talking about herself. This is the problem. When you get in a relationship, marriage, ain't no such thing as yourself. Even as a mother, she must be a selfish ass mom too. Because when you have kids, guess what? It ain't about you no more either. It's about them. Like to me, most of the time it's them first. That's what comes right here is them. Now, as you grow and learn, you need to put yourself first because you got to be able to be mentally stable to do X, Y, Z. But She's too selfish.
And this is why a lot of and back in the old days, whatever, right? The woman stayed into the house, and then the husband took the woman from the house. You know what I'm saying? Because now she don't have to be in that independent mindset of doing everything by herself, right? She already had a family taking care of her, and then that man took care of her, so it's an easier transition. But now in today's time, you know what I mean? Like at 18, the moms and dads, whatever, they're kicking them out of the house type deal. But we're gonna have to do a better job at changing the mindset, or just teaching them like, hey, if you have a daughter, like, hey, it's okay, you know what I mean, for that man to fail. It's okay for him to lead. Give him sound advice. Make sure you think about it. Try not to be emotional when you're giving it to him, and then see how shit work. You might be wrong in that situation. Because a lot of times y'all be wrong, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the fears and things that we are afraid about is you be wrong thinking like that, men or women. You know what I mean? So sometimes we have to check those fears, because if fucking Mark, all these people that created Facebook and all these different businesses was afraid, we wouldn't have all Amazon, we wouldn't have all this stuff.
Trust me, Facebook name wasn't Facebook when it first started. Like all these things are changed with new ideas. They still reinventing stuff now. It's just how it goes. Roadmaps are roadmaps, and then they change. And if you're not business minded, or you don't have some type of skill set to give to it, then that man is not going to involve you. And if he's still with you and y'all still married, that don't mean that you're a bad wife. Just do something else.
Yeah. Trevor once said it also has to do with her childhood experience. Yep. And that's why I was kind of going into the facts. Said no black woman should automatically trust a black man. Facts. No matter the man has to show he is trustworthy.
Yes, and exactly what I said. Yes, exactly. Earlier.
And add on to that, ladies, don't give it up to him. If you don't trust this man, don't give him sex.
Yeah, y'all be
like I don't. And this is why I understand. You can trust him to give your body to him, possibly get pregnant or have an
No, not STD. Possibly. You getting pregnant.
Possibly have an STD or get pregnant in a situation, or have this person talk bad about you to his friends, like, oh yeah, I slept with this hoe and I did a dirty blah blah blah, and then think that he's gonna do right by you. That shit don't work like that, because you're gonna get emotional tie, and that man is not gonna respect you like how you would want him to. So ladies, you have to have some type of discipline with that when it comes to that, right? Make sure you trust him before you give it up to him.
Yeah, I didn't trust this one right away, because I was like, I don't know, you a good person, but yeah, it took me let me think. It took me a year. It took me a year of we was in a relationship for a year. That first year. The second year I trusted him. We was at about 95%. And then the third year is about 99%. It was about 99%. So yeah.
Nigga, where you going? Because you didn't tell me where we going. All we ask for as women is just give me a little roadmap.
So a couple weeks ago, I was talking to this guy, and we're talking about, like, what do you want out of a relationship? Like, what type of partner are you looking for? And one of the first things he mentioned is that he wants a woman who can be led. That's an orange flag for me. Not red, but it's orange. Because that automatically makes me think that you are a little misogynistic. Like, this random desire that you have to lead women is usually rooted in...
So it's a red flag or orange flag for a man to lead you. But then they'll come on and say, men are the leaders, you should fix all this bullshit that's going on. But he's telling her, like, hey, I would like a woman that wants to be led. But that's an issue for you. But you will say, like, hey, if you ask who's to blame for these relationships and all this type of stuff, you're going to blame men because they're the leaders.
I feel like we should start changing these words up. What's another word we can use besides led and all this? Because I feel like some of these are trigger words. We hear led, all this, submissive all the time. But we change the word, then the reaction won't be the same. No. But at the same time,
same shit, baby.
But at the same time, yeah. At the same time, I think what I've been saying for some time is that women just don't understand what a marriage is between men and women. Man, woman, right? They don't understand how that's supposed to look. They think that they're supposed to be leading and doing. No, they think everything is just 50-50. He 50-50 lead, you 50-50 lead. No, that's not how it is. A marriage is not like that.
Yeah. because when you come to a crossroads, hey, I want to go right, I want to go left. It's always right. If you go that woman's way, she's gonna blame you if it goes wrong. That's just how it is. She's not gonna, because they're gonna say you the man. You know what I'm saying? So you the one that's supposed to be leading this operation. You know what I'm saying? So I tell men all this if I'm online or in person, right? If you're gonna get the blame if the shit goes down, you better make sure you're making that damn decision. So take her advice, whatever, right? But if that shit don't make sense, go your way. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna fucking take the blame for it. So you might as well say, hey, I had full accountability for the decision we made. You know what I'm saying? So it is that it's real, guys.
Something deeper that I don't like, but whatever, I let it slide. I'm gonna give him a chance. So we get further along in the conversation and we start talking about careers and money and education and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, you know, the job that you work right now, I'm not gonna say, but the job he works right now is very like a regular, normal job. And it's not what he went to school for, and he hates it, and he doesn't want to be there long term. So I'm like, if you could do anything, like, what would you be doing? What's your plan to get out of here and not be doing this for the rest of your life? And this man was like, I don't really know. He's like, I don't really have like a dream job or anything. I just know I want to make money. Let me get this straight. You want a relationship, and you want a relationship with someone who can be led somewhere, but you in your current position, you're not anywhere that anyone wants to be led to. Not only are you not in a position that someone needs to be led to, you don't even have a plan for how you're going to get out of that position.
Okay, so I have two different thoughts. I'll go with the second one. So the second one is, how about you give him advice? Okay, you meet people for a reason sometimes. Maybe you could be, you know, you ever thought of this? Maybe you could change that man's life on that thought. Tell him, and now he's gonna be what you want him to be. Or the other thought I had was, why are you even with him? Because I'm a firm believer of, before you get married to a man, he has to know what he wants to do. Not everything, but he has to be confident. He has to be able to figure things out. Okay. If they're not doing that, that is not the man that you need to marry. They don't need to be coming to you with 1,000 questions. That is not a husband to me. Not that the type of husband I want, okay? Because I want to be led. And you can't lead me if you don't know how to lead yourself, is what she's saying. So it's two thoughts. Either you're going to help him and stop shaming him, or you're not going to date him no more. Very simple.
Honestly, what she had, what she put out, and had nothing to do with leadership, and had nothing, she totally missed the point, right? So what this guy's going through is what a lot of men are going through, right? I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, no man. So when we look at jobs, right? The guy that she's dating has entrepreneurial spirit. So no job is going to make him happy, because he wants to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. So since he wants to be on his own program, he just don't know what field he wants to do. It took me like a year or two to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. And then I said, hey, okay, I like to do this, right? And then that's when I started getting into it. But it took me, I was in a point that I didn't know what I want to do. That's why I joined the military. So I didn't know what I wanted to do. Hey, let me join the military. Let me get situated and stuff like that, right? And then once I figured out I love real estate, that's when I jumped deep into that. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know exactly. I just knew I was going to be successful. Y'all think fucking the military is fun? That's the most stressful job in the country. You know what I mean? Other than truck driving and nursing.
But I think men need to be, so I'm not sure how that conversation went. I'm not just going to blame what she's saying. Hey, what's up, Marcus? Yes, I'm back. You know, I'm good now. But I think the communication. So I don't know how long they've been dating or whatever, but you know, there's men that say they don't know because they really don't, and sometimes those type of men are lazy. I'm not talking about the type of men you talking about. That's a whole nother man, right? There's men that really don't know. And they not gonna know, and guess what? They not gonna do. Nothing's gonna change. They're gonna stay at that job that she's talking about, and they're gonna do that the rest of their life, right? I don't know what type of man she was talking about, because she didn't give no more information.
Yeah,
so
she dropped the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because this man was upfront and honest with her, and he just met her. So it's hard to find men that's gonna be upfront and tell you like it is upfront. I'm that type of person. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I want. Hey, I don't want a relationship right now, or I want this, I want that. I'm not for sure, because those people are going to be honest. He could have said, hey, yeah, I want to be a fucking doctor. I want to be a lawyer. And then he's going to act like he's taking classes. And then while he beating them draws out and shit like that, whatever, acting like he going to school and shit like that, he just still at that same dumbass job that she trying to say.
But there's different types of guys, James.
I'm telling you about this type of guy.
The one I'm talking about is not, that's the finesser. Okay, they will do that. There's a guy that very what's the word? Monotone. They're very it's another word. They don't know, and their personable skills is very bland. So a man like that will literally say, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know right now." I don't think it has anything to do with that. It could be 3 different guys we're talking about here. There are guys like that.
Yeah. But the guy,
I don't know which one she's talking about.
But the guy has his shit together, right? Because he has a steady job, number one. He hates his job. How many people hate their job that they work? Hey, most people.
I think shit, 80%.
She said, another thing she said is he got a college degree. He's not working in that field. How many people are actually working in the field that got a degree in?
Like that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the shit that she said to make him look like a bad person, right, is not bad, because most people are having to do that. You know what I'm saying? So more than likely, he's probably making above average money. He doesn't like the job that he's working, but he stays there because it's paying all the bills. He gets to live the life that he wants to get, but he's trying to figure things out of what entrepreneurial route he wants to go. But instead of her thinking of it like that, she thought of negative and said, hey, you can't lead me because you don't know every fucking thing right now.
But I think that's exactly. She should have asked more questions if she was interested. That's all.
Like I'm saying you're not smart if you don't have 100 on the test. You can have a fucking 90, a 91, 92 and be fucking smart.
Yeah. She wasn't interested in that man.
Yeah.
That's what that was. He was too something. So Marcus asked, do most women really want honesty?
Honestly, I don't think so. But that's why I made the title to this video. Men should be more vocal, because a lot of ladies are confused out here, because a lot of men are not being vocal about what they want. They just live their day-to-day life, and they just like, hey, the egg's gonna fall like they're gonna fall. And a lot of women are not understanding what's going on, because a lot of guys are lying to them, or a lot of guys are not just saying shit, right? So when people come out like us or other content creators that's telling me like it is, and hey, I ain't gotta sugarcoat it. You know, I got my wife right here. I told her the same shit fucking 10 years ago. Probably, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was telling her all this shit I'm telling y'all back then. You know what I mean? Yeah, some of the shit she didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? It took her a while to understand what I was talking about, where I was going. You know what I mean? But she get the shit. So that's why she's able to explain it to y'all in a female way. Yeah, female way. Yeah.
It's you know, a lot of us weren't raised in the way that we're expressing, hey, this is how marriage should go. A lot of us weren't raised in positivity. A lot of us come from single mom, single dad, no parents, adopted, you know, all of this type of toxic lifestyles that we don't know what it looks like. So it took me a while, because literally I'm the one that learned from observation. So my observation was mostly negative. So I learned not to do that. So I didn't get pregnant before I got married. I got married, then I got pregnant, right? Because I learned from observation. But then some of the other stuff about being a wife, where was I learning that at? Now, I did know some wives that have been married years, 10, 20, I think the most was like 30 years, right? But that was only some. So I would ask them, hey, how did your relationship work out? They'll tell me. But at the end of the day, I still have to go back to my reality. How they're telling me, but I don't know how to do that. Yeah. So it takes time. But if you want that man, you will do it. Yeah. Meaning, it's healthy for the relationship. It's healthy for you. I'm a lot more, let's say, like my mindset, I'm more logical now. These type of traits are good for me. It's not just about the man and what the man wants. These are some of the traits, or some of the things that they're expressing to us is good. So if they're saying, hey, you're too emotional, okay, being emotional is annoying. Like, you're always upset. You're always, you know, in a bad mood because somebody said this, somebody did that. Don't matter where you go. That is annoying. So to learn how to be more logical because your husband suggested that, or your boyfriend or whoever that you're with, a man suggested that, that's going to help you out. Then it's going to help the relationship. So it's not always about what the man wants. Think about what the man is saying and think about what he actually wants. How beneficial is it? Is it just beneficial to him or is it beneficial to both of y'all? That's what I'm trying to get. Like, I think some of us are not thinking about that.
Yeah. So someone said black men are whining 24/7, 365 on social media. No, they should not be more vocal. They need an example of an upstanding man. So with this, I'm talking about all men. I'm not just talking about the men on social media, right? So I'm talking about your average guy that's not on social media, that's actually dating and stuff like that, right? And social media is not too many people that's on social media talking about relationships.
No.
So
it may look like a lot, but trust and believe.
It's just in the space.
It's a small space.
Yeah, in the spaces that you're in, maybe it might seem like it's a lot of men, but most guys are not, talking about these type of things. They just living life, working, fucking getting pussy and doing the fuck they want to do, the type of deal. So yeah, so
many men out there that's not on social media. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, a lot of these conversations that we be having on social media, they be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, like even me when I first got on here and they was talking about pick me, I said, James, what is a pick me? Yeah. What is this? What is that? What are these terms? Yeah. I don't know, because outside of this, I don't hear nobody talking about them unless they're watching videos all the time. But for the most part, I don't hear no regular person talking about these things.
Mammy and all this type of shit.
What is that? Simp, I just learned that last year. Like, what is that? Like, goddamn.
Not only do you not have a plan, you don't even have a vision. This man couldn't think of one thing that he wanted to do outside of this. Knowing that you.
But if you're talking to him like that, he ain't gonna share it with you. Exactly. You're not showing no type of you're caring or anything. It's just like, what do you want to do? You're just bossy. Like, ain't no man about to be dealing with that.
Want to make more money is not enough. Everybody wants to make more money, but you over here talking about you want somebody to lead. Baby, that's the least of your problem. I think you need to be looking for someone to lead you. You need to be down at a community center or a church.
So she wants the man lead. He said, "Do women whine on it? Do women whine on the internet, man?" Yeah, I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to get a man versus woman conversation type of deal, because if we went that way, it'd be like, oh well, women not whining, they are saying this, and it's gonna not be fruitful. But yeah, man, good point, Martin.
Asking for mentorship before you ever think about leading a woman somewhere. And that's my problem with a lot of men that have this same idea of, I need a woman that's gonna be submissive, I need somebody to lead, is that most of them who say that are not in a position that I need to be led to.
That's not true. Yeah. That is not true. I've been with this man 10 years and I've came across many men. He's a man, so he sees men all the time. But in general, like us together, we have friends, we got family members, we got random people we just meet. Most of the men that I ever came across, even here on YouTube, nothing like what she's talking about.
I think the standards are too crazy, because since women spend so much money and stuff like that, like, and they're number one consumers in this market.
I just went shopping last night. So.
Like, they don't understand how to save and do those type of things, right? So men, we can live off a small salary and be okay with it, right? Like, I remember even coming in when she came into my life, I was living off a small salary. I was living off an average man's salary. You know what I'm saying? I was good, and I was able to take care of her because she didn't require so much different things. She didn't require a purse and vacations and all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? For me to be with her, she was more, hey, I actually want to be with you. You know what I mean? Type of conversations, rather than, hey, you got to take me to Hawaii. You got to do all this. You got to buy me Birkin and all this stupid shit that get my hair done every week and get my nails done and all this bullshit that like a lot of these ladies are doing now. So she wasn't as expensive when we first got it. So when I first got with her, I was able to, instead of buying all that extra shit, I was like, hey, let's fix your credit. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean?
He came at me with a different approach. And go ahead.
Yeah. So I was able to do shit like that because she didn't come with, oh, I need my nails done or my hair done and blah, blah. I need all this vacations, all that. We was able to actually build. So I said, hey, I'm going to fix your credit. You know what I mean? Because one day when we are married or something like that, and we need to do anything where you can be able to use your credit and stuff like that. So we started paying off like stuff that she owed, and you know what I mean, getting all this, because I had just got done fixing my credit and stuff like that with some of the issues that You know what I mean? My ex had, you know what I mean, did whatever. That's no.
And he would have never paid, like, so my stuff wasn't even as bad.
Yeah.
Because he would have looked at me like, I don't know if I want to be with you because you're reckless with this. But luckily, it wasn't even nothing like that. It was like 2 things, and he was like, okay, cool. You know, we'll work this out. But that was just how it was. That was like our first, the first 3 months of our relationship. Okay. But the reason why too, like, I'm very low maintenance. Now, I'm not saying I didn't get my nails done. I used to wear the fake nails. I didn't wear weave. I was always mostly natural anyway. I didn't wear makeup. I already had that. That was kind of done. As far as the clothes, I just wore clothes that I liked. It didn't have to be name brand, like expensive and stuff like that. Yeah. I just wanted to look different, be different, and, you know, be trendsetter, but in my own way. Especially coming from New York, that's just how I was. But I was very low maintenance from the start. But when he mentioned the trips, for that, I realized, like, going on trips with men, that doesn't help no relationship. It just give you a nice memory. Yeah, okay. But if you don't even like that man like that, that trip is not going to be nice. Yeah. So that's why I didn't care about the trips. We can go later when our relationship is good and we could really enjoy Hawaii. Because imagine going to Hawaii with a man that pisses you off. Yeah.
And or that you remember that every time you go to Hawaii, you're going to remember the motherfucker that pissed you off.
Yeah. And then you ain't going to go no more. Yeah. Like, bump the trips. I like courting to a certain extent. Okay. Yeah. I'm not into all that. And, you know, I came from a different lifestyle. So getting with him, I'm like, listen, I'm trying to get married. Yeah. So he was testing me. I was testing him because I said, listen, I ain't trying to be dating no more. I'm good. Yeah. You know, dating is hard. Yeah. It's harder now. I see what y'all going through, but it was hard then. Yeah. So I was like, no, you know, I'm tired of, you know, these guys that don't want to do nothing. They don't want no relationship. They just want to do this. I ain't trying to be like that. I ain't trying to do none of these type of things. I just want to get a husband. I'm getting older. You know what I'm saying? This is what I thought about. But that was just my mindset.
And she didn't wait till her 30s to think that. She was thinking that shit at 22. So this is the mindset you gotta have at an early age to get what you want. Well, you're probably 19, 20.
So at 19 is when I changed my mindset. 20, I implemented what I said. So I was literally dating for a purpose. At 20. And then a year later, so that was a year of me practicing that. Because, you know, you can say stuff, but you got to do it. Yeah. Like, we all do this. We have to do it. So I was doing what I was saying. I was dead serious. Then 21, I was like, okay, yeah, I like this. This is what I want to do. 22 came around. This is when me and him got together. And I was serious. I was dating for a purpose. I was trying to get or find men who were on the same space that I was. Okay. Meaning marriage. That's the space I was trying to find. A man that want marriage. Once you find that man, I feel like you should be good. Everything else don't really matter at that point.
This would be a lateral move. You make like $40,000 a year, and there's nothing wrong with that. But again, I don't need someone to lead me to that. Same thing with men who are so obsessed with talking about how I don't want a woman to go use me for my money, and you don't be making no real money. That's not a concern of yours. I just want y'all to be for real.
I wish you would have told her to say the city that she was living in, because $40,000 is decent money in Alabama where I'm from. So you know what I mean.
So I'm from in Alabama.
Yeah, that's. Most people don't make that shit down there. So.
Rent is like what, $600?
$700-$800. Yeah, like so. But it's whatever.
Above all things, just be for real.
We talk about a lot of things, but we never really talk about setting the tone in your relationship. You set the tone by how you express yourself, by how you show up, by your choices, by your behaviors, by your actions, by the words that you use. How are you treating and showing up in your relationship? Can your partner be themselves, or do they walk on eggshells because of your mocking, your constant interruptions, your belittling, patronizing, condescending behavior? Are they comfortable speaking and raising concerns and speaking about how they feel, or do they have to worry about your deflection, your dismissiveness, and your justifications, and your over-explaining or you minimizing their feelings? Do they shut down now because of the way you have poorly handled and managed conflict in the past, or maybe the tactics that you have used, manipulation and persuasive and control tactics that have just overwhelmed them emotionally? Has each disagreement or raised concern resulted in an argument? How attentive are you to their needs? What's your engagement like? How do you respond whenever they express a need? Do you show you care? Can they get your undivided attention without distractions, without cell phones? Any double standards? Keeping score? Tit for tat? If they complain, do you hit them with a counter complaint? If they raise a criticism, do you counter criticize? If they raise it,
she's saying a lot. I'm like, woo!
Damn, I'm glad.
And then it's fast.
But yeah, man, like, nah, this is facts. Like, this one video, she basically just said what we've been talking about this whole damn show. You know what I'm saying? This hour.
She's on tonight's conversation too. I think.
Yeah.
Keita Rose or Kid something.
Yeah. So man, like, and she always be speaking great information, man. When she on there, and she's a married woman too as well. You know what I mean? So we always gotta respect those women. But yeah, man, it's like with the mindset, man, of not being tick for tack. Like we gotta stop all the he hit me, let me hit him, or she hit me type of conversations, because we're not getting no fucking where doing that type of shit. You know what I mean? So we gotta make sure we doing our part, and always when somebody says you doing something wrong, never come back and saying they doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? And this is why Marcus, I didn't say earlier when I was like women are not whining, because these type of comments when she said black women are not men, so don't expect them to move through it like a man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something like that. That's why you must address it. You know what I mean? Because it's always going to be a cop out. You know what I'm saying? Because they want us to be the same, but then they're going to say we're not the same. You know, they want to be equal with us, and then they say they're not equal with us. They're going to say, hey, you're the leader. And then when a man say, hey, shut up, you know what I mean? I'm trying to work here. I'm actually trying to lead people to be something fruitful. Hey, no, I don't like your tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's always going to be something that they're going to say for us not to be able to do our job. So then it becomes a distraction. You know what I mean? So sometimes the distraction got to go to the trash can. You know what I mean? And that's what we gotta separate the people. I'm not saying Travel One is a trash person. You know, I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying that mindset, we have to make sure we address that mindset and let people know, because some people don't know they're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And even with me, you know what I mean? Sometimes I have to understand what I'm doing and for me to correct it.
Also, like, I think, you know, there's a lot of great people in this world, but they don't know how to be great in a relationship. And then it changed. So they know how to, let's say, maybe take care of themselves and make sure they are fine. But as soon as they get with somebody else, like the other lady said, it's about what I want to organize, what I want to do. I, and they don't know how to be together. And I think that a lot of people need to just have more understanding, you know, asking more questions to successful relationships and asking them, because there is no example. There's not many examples, but that don't mean you can't get that way. Once you learn how to be in a relationship and be loyal and stuff, then I think you'll have more success. But if you don't know, then you need to get your eggs out of that basket and reconsider. Think about, okay, what do I need to be like before I jump into something? Because if you coming in there being selfish, you might as well step out, because that's going to fail. Okay. And y'all just going to stick together for the next 5-10 years. And now it's toxic relationship. Yep. When you should never been in that relationship because you're not even ready. Exactly. So I believe in, you know, women need to be wives first before you become a wife. That's the real thing. It needs to be, because it has to be tested out. How does this look? Men too, same thing. Yep.
We almost to the main topic, guys. So just got a couple more videos and we'll get to it.
Issue. Are you pouring all of these different grievances from the past on top of that issue? Are you fair? Are you reasonable? Do you give some type of grace to your partner? What's your communication like? Do you immediately go for aggressive communication because you have a past of not being heard? And so you're pouring that into this relationship. And so your default communication style is aggressiveness? Are comparisons ruining your relationship? Are you trying to make your partner meet expectations of somebody else's relationship? Are you placing boundaries or expectations? And if you are your boundaries too harsh? Are your expectations unrealistic? Do you allow grace in your relationship? Or do you have a polarized way of thinking to where it's just black or white? Either you fail or you succeed. Either you do this or you do that. No in between. No opportunity to grow. If you feel like your relationship is not thriving, if you feel like the happiness in your relationship is wavering, if you feel like longevity in the future of your relationship is not an option, it could be the tone you set, it could be the tone that they set. Regardless of what happened, two people are at fault if the relationship fails. For your own sake, check to see how you are showing up in your relationship and see what.
And men, that's the only thing I don't agree with her. Men, you're always going to be the fault of that relationship failing, no matter what. She can cheat, it don't matter. They're always going to say that you're wrong. So that's why it's good for you to set the tone and make sure you come in there and set the standard. If you don't set that standard, it's always going to be blame on you. You know what I'm saying? And even if you set a standard, it's still going to be your fault, right? But you got to make sure, you got to understand what comes with you being in a relationship, you putting yourself out there, and you understand how people outside of you think. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, you can have the perfect plan. You can have all that type of shit. That shit doesn't matter. So you just got to come to a realization that no matter what happens, they're always going to blame you. So be ready to take it, and you know what I'm saying, and move forward. You know what I'm saying, in your life. You know, no bitch complain about it. I know some people are like, oh well, I should be able to be. No, shit doesn't matter because it's not going to change. You know what I mean? So you understand what you did. You did your best. You did what you're supposed to do, and you move on and be happy. Somebody will appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Tone you have set. I wish you all the best, babies. Happy, healthy relationships. Bye, babies.
We're these ambitious women that are like, no, I'm gonna go get it. I can still take care of my kids, but I'm gonna go make my money.
You know what type of man you have to be for a woman like us to allow you to lead?
Talk about that.
I just got, we would.
You heard what she said?
You know the type of woman you have to be. But
us to allow you to lead. You know the type of man you have to be for us to allow you to lead.
Oh, well, yeah. You gotta be a leader.
No, like it's like the I understand.
But I don't think they know what lead. Okay, so like I see where you about to go. What the difference is with me, I had to learn what that looked like. I did not know when I first started dating. I did not know. And then I knew. That type of man, okay, like I said earlier, you will know. They are very upfront and it could come off very strong. That type of man, and it don't have to always be like a strong, like he's mean or something, but they are very intentional with everything, every detail of their life, including you, relationship, dating, all of that. So you do, to me, for a husband, you have to be like that. If you're not like that, then I just won't be with you, which is not going to allow you to leave. That's where I'm getting. That's what I thought of when she said that.
But you see how you feel like I'm a great leader. You feel like I'm a great man. Say if I got a relationship with them, they might think something totally different. They might say, "Hey, I'm not shit."
Oh, true. So it'll be okay. I get what you're saying.
Being a leader is subjected to the person that's wants it, right?
Yeah.
Like I can say, "Hey, I want to be a woman," and then I can say, "Hey, my wife ain't shit," and then somebody else get my wife and say, "Damn, she was a good ass woman." You know what I'm saying? She did this, she did this, she did that. But somebody else will say, "Nah, she was trash."
That's true. So that's why I said my leader, the way I look at it, is different than maybe what she's saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this fairy tale ass nigga that she's talking about, why the fuck would they want you? Because if I have to let have a woman allow me to lead her, that doesn't even much sound right. That means like you in charge, and you have to allow me. That's like if your boss, right, at job say, "Hey, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one." That's what it sounds like to me. And why would a man want to sign up for some shit like that? And that's why a lot of these ladies in the industry be single and they can't find the type of guy that they want. And the type of guy that they want, they just play around with him. Because I remember, what's her name? I'm wilding out. The baby, you know, I mean, she was trying to get with him and all that type of shit.
And she's on that show right there. I just seen her. Simone.
Yeah, B. Simone. Like the baby, she was trying to get him around him and all that type of shit. And he
wrong person.
He didn't even want her. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, but like we have to have these deep conversations and understand, like, your definition of a leader is not no fucking definition of what a leader is. That's why when I hear people say most men are not leaders, I kind of cringe when I hear it, because I believe most men are leaders, right? Most men will be willing to die for you if they had a stake in that relationship. Most men will be able to take care of you if you respected what he brought to the table, right? You know what I mean? Even to this day.
Yeah, even if it was like, because every man has a different path.
Yeah.
So even if it's not the path that you're thinking about, doesn't mean he's not a good leader. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You have to get a man that you guys align. Like, for example, me and James, we had similar goals. Like Vivica A5. So we're gonna talk about. We had similar goals. I felt that was very important because I didn't want us to get together. He wanted something completely opposite than I wanted, and then now we're trying to make a relationship work because now we're about to have conflict just with the goals itself. I want to go left, you want to go right.
Yeah.
And now because he's the leader, I got to keep going right with you, but I don't like all that. So that's why it was very important. I feel like, ladies, y'all got to do better with picking. Pick a man that's very close and aligns with your goals. So when y'all get together, the goals ain't a problem. Now it's just y'all gotta fix this. That's another part to it. So that's why it worked out. One of the reasons why it worked out.
Yeah. So
yeah.
A lot of these people are screwed up in the head. Try want to say, James, that's the yin and the yang of men and women. Men and women. I don't think men and women are yin and yang, because yin and yang presumes that it gives the assumption that men and women are equal, right? Because the yin and the yang were equal. You know what I'm saying? So the shape, the one was white, one was black, right? You know what I'm saying? So how I think that's the problem because we'll say we're not equal, right? We should respond the same way, and then you give an example of the yin and the yang are equal. You know what I mean? So I think what we bring, I guess you mean we bring different things to the table and stuff like that. Maybe that's where you're going with it, with the yin and the yang thing, whatever. But I don't think we're equal, and I think we got to stop looking at each other as equal, because when you tell a man you're equal to me, you're telling me, hey, you can do the exact same things I can do, right? And then when I see you not doing the exact same things I can do, I can say, hey, well, you're not competing to my level. But women want a man that's going to be higher than them. That's why they want men making more money than them, right? So we should, because if that's the case, women should make this more than men or the same. That should be okay. But it won't be okay with most women.
But I think women are thinking about it too much. Like when I was dating and then when I got with James, I didn't think of that stuff. Like why am I thinking about this? I just want me and you to get along.
Yeah.
We gotta have the same goals. I said that. That was very important. I gotta like your family, because I'm not living with in-laws hate me, I hate them. I'm not doing it. It has to be peaceful, because me and you have to get along. That is my main priority, to have that straight. So those two things were not, that we had to have that. But all the stuff that women are complaining about today, I never thought about that stuff. Like I don't get why y'all putting all of these restrictions, limitations, and all of these things on men. All right. Find you a man that y'all align with. Okay. And me and James are very opposite too. That's another thing. We have a lot of things that are similar, then we don't. Okay, that part don't matter. But like, y'all just need to find a person that y'all align with. Okay, that's it. Everything else will fall into place. You guys will be able to have great communication. I hear people that have been married for years say, oh, I married my best friend. That, when I hear that now, because at first I was like, you don't got to marry your best friend for y'all to get. Now I understand what that means. So me and James are best friends. Best friends get along. Best friends are able to work together and get stuff accomplished. Best friends are not supposed to do each other dirty, right? Me and James are best friends. It didn't take long to get that best friend, right? I didn't have to know him for 10 years to be best friends. We were best friends the first year, second year, third year, and continuing. So I do believe being friends is very important. That's what you guys need to work on. So when things are going south, going left, however you want to put it, is burning, y'all still have the friendship to stay together. What y'all got is sex. Money. Damn, he broke now. I don't want him.
Exactly.
What happened to the friendship? You feel me? Like that means that's not your friend then. Y'all take so much pride in your friendships.
Women think today that leadership goes with money. So the amount of money you make, whatever the profession that you chose and shit like that, and the job that you work, that you are serving at your job, that makes you a leader. And it doesn't. It ain't got shit to do with you being a leader and stuff like that. But this is a situation we're in because we don't really think about the different terms and the words that we are using. And I think that's what messes a lot of us up. Because I'm not going to look at my wife as equal to me, because I don't want to ever think that she's going to have to work harder than me or work the same.
See, I'm not even thinking, like when he says that, I'm not even thinking about that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be me first, right? Because that's why he got with me, because I'm myself, right? And then I want to provide all of these qualities. That's all I'm thinking about. How we do it is how we decide to do it, and that's it.
Exactly. We gotta separate leadership and money, man.
Yeah,
because that shit ain't got nothing to do with what a good leader is.
Nope.
That has something to do with a provider, like a person being able
a
to
great
provide
provider,
for
like
his family. But that's not ain't got shit to do with leadership. You can have a person making $40,000 a year, and they can take that money and they can be a millionaire in the future because they understand how to put their money and they have a plan and they can lead you and a family and all that type of shit with that money and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
So it's we gotta look at the traits rather than the things that comes with it.
the traits. Yeah, I've seen great male leaders that they being underpaid. So that don't mean nothing.
And think about it, in past times, the leaders was the warriors, right? You know what I'm saying? That ain't had shit to do with money. They went out there and fought, and they came back to their families. You know what I'm saying? That those were the leaders. The king was actually on the battlefield. You know what I mean? Y'all watch The Last Kingdom and all these different shows where they show the difference between the leader of back then and how we have bosses today that be in the background letting everybody else do shit. Let's get back to the video.
I would bet my money we would succumb to it all for a man who could lead.
You're right.
I would bet money on the fact that I think if we were presented with the opportunity to be with a man who was just a man in every way, who just it's nothing more than we want than to be comfortable in our own femininity. Our masculinity is a defense tactic.
Yep.
For whenever we feel threatened, or we feel like, or we feel overwhelmed.
But why are you being defensive for? You know what I'm saying? So you and this is like a guy like me. I'm not gonna sit here and take that shit. I'm gonna tell you why you this shit that you saying doesn't make any sense.
Did not play. He came with the guns.
I mean, like, yo, what you talking about doesn't make no sense. This shit sound crazy. What you talking about? You're not gonna be able to take that. Now you're the defense mechanism gonna come because you feel like but I'm gonna tell you like how it is because the shit you're saying doesn't make sense, and you gotta understand that it doesn't make sense, right? You want this type of person, right? And then when you get that type of person, you want to say he's controlling. You know what I'm saying? He's not this, or he works a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just ridiculous.
Or we feel not protected, or we feel not loved, or not seen, or not heard, is when we have this defense mechanism where we're like, fuck out of here. Like, we get all tough and I got it. You don't got to do nothing. I got it. You're not gonna do this. That's cool. I'm gonna get this money and I'm gonna do this at a third. So you don't have the time. But if a man,
and you say you got it, a guy like me will say, okay, all right, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be out of the fucking relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because if you wanna have an attitude, because I'm telling you like how what I'm feeling about a certain situation or how I feel, I'm like, oh, you want to get an attitude about it? I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't got time to be dealing with that because I'm gonna look at you like a kid, right? A lot of these men are looking at women like this that talk like this.
Oh, don't
like
talk about kids like Mr. Let Go.
but this is how it sounds. It's kind of like, well, if you're not gonna do this, well, I'm gonna do this. That's what you did when you was a kid. You know what I mean? That type of attitude. You know what I mean? So, ladies, be careful. If you're doing this, I'm not saying that you're a bad person. I'm just saying think about what you're doing and think about the traits that you did when you was a child and look at your kids and see if they're doing it. If their kids are doing that, you got to understand, like, hey, I got to grow. We all got to grow in some way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I got to grow, get back healthy, get back in shape. You know what I'm saying? I got to get my beard back goddamn long. You know what I'm saying? I got to work on my haircut. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to keep this because it looks good.
Yeah, man. So we all got shit we got to grow in.
and really came in to your world and made you comfortable. Like, listen, you don't gotta do that. You ever had a man like, yo, fix your face, calm down, like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that's something about it.
Hey, I ain't say women or kids now. I said, question for you both. Do y'all think women with this mindset use that as an excuse? Yeah, I think it's an excuse because of their pitfalls and the failures of them not being able to get it. It's like a man saying, man, yeah, all these women in here fat, ugly, and they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't get a woman when they left the club or something like that. No, it was some women that was in there that was good. You just didn't qualify for that woman. You know what I'm saying? So they just didn't qualify for the man that they thought that they was on their level.
I don't want to say like it's an excuse. I just really think they don't know and they don't want to know. That's it.
Excuse.
Okay.
Something about it that you think back in the chair. Yeah.
The most pitbull girl.
What? Fix your face. Come on, you good.
What's the problem? I handle. Relax.
I got you.
That's it. All right. Like that whole conversation. You be like, my man. I don't know. My man.
You be asking.
But I'm saying, like,
why would you want? So I hate women that say that. I don't hate them. I just hate what they're saying. Like, I don't want you to check me. Like, with me, I don't like people telling me what to do. Like, I'm saying that and I'm married. Like, I don't like people telling me what to do. Okay, especially if it comes off aggressive. And that's just my personality. That's just my personality. Okay, so if you gotta check me, I'm gonna be mad you checking me. So guess what I'm not gonna do? You don't gotta check me because I'm gonna be on point. That's it. Like, why you want this? That's toxic.
Yeah.
And she's sitting here saying that and don't think it's toxic.
Yeah.
That's why I say I don't think they understand what they're saying. I never want nobody to check me. Now, growing up, I've been checked, right? Because I was in sports. I was on a whole bunch of stuff, a lot of discipline. But as an adult, you know, I still know how to take criticism and stuff. I just don't want it if I could prevent it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to just do this so you could do it to me. I'm good. In a relationship too? Yeah. Like, we ain't trying to fight. So I'm good.
Shit's crazy. Yeah, man. This shit's crazy, man. I don't get it, man. They always, you know what I mean? Y'all remember this?
Who has something to say? Who gonna check me? Who gonna check me? Exactly. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. Bye.
I'm good on all of that. So how about I stay?
They got that energy right there.
I stay correct, and you ain't gotta check nothing. Exactly. Not saying it won't happen. I'm just saying in general. I'm gonna try my best to be a decent human being, and you ain't gotta worry about checking me because I'm not your child. Period.
Like,
girl. I'm not your child, and I ain't trying to be your child. I'm your wife. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's go.
I'm done.
All right, so man, we got this is what made me think about this topic for today, right? That men should be more vocal, right? So I was watching this show, and it had a brother come on here, and he was being very vocal to the ladies, and a lot of the ladies didn't like that. Right?
I didn't see this.
Yeah, so I wanted to go through and kind of, you know what I mean? Let's talk about you know what I mean, what's going on and stuff like that, right? So that's good.
Go ahead and bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome. I'll have you hold this. All right, if we can have your name.
My name's Aaron.
Aaron, how old are you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm 29.
29, okay, and what do you do?
I'm a licensed plumber.
Okay, very cool.
Yes.
And now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a woman that's not promiscuous and has a career going for herself.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breaker, being promiscuous, not cleanly, don't have a career, nothing really going for yourself.
Okay.
All right, so
look, I don't give a fuck. Just don't have these two things.
Yeah, and a lot of guys are simple like this, ladies, right? So a lot of the ladies was laughing because he's saying the same shit. But like his standards are not. He doesn't have a lot of these big standards that a lot of these people, because he's probably not like no YouTube person. You know what I mean? They got fit, feminine, pretty, feminine, and all that type of stuff that they like to say.
Fit, feminine, friendly.
Yeah, and all that.
Right?
Yeah. Like he didn't got all them. He's like a regular guy. He's a plumber. You know what I mean? He got a regular job. He's probably making 6 figures, real talk. Because plumbers can make some fucking money. And then if you have your own business, he's probably making like 300,000, 400,000 to $1 million.
He a clean plumber. Look at him.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Let me
and the
stop.
brother likes the gym too. You know what I mean? So, and you know, sometimes the plumbers work late hours. You know what I mean? But you know, hey, he's making good money. So.
All right. So we did get a pop balloon. Let's go
Okay.
ahead and go on over there and see what's going on.
Yes.
All right. If we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi, my name is Karma. I'm 24. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to say the pop in the balloon proper. Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or I wasn't fully attracted to you. And I feel like that counts if we were going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
All right, so
I just gotta see like a full
all right,
face.
hold on. So what I want you let me see if I can make this bigger. Let me see if I can. No, that's let's see.
Try that one. There we go.
All right, so
It's bigger.
I'm gonna go back a little bit. So look at the women's faces, right?
I just want to see, like,
Look at all the women's faces when he said, "You're, I'm not attracted to you as well." So she just told this man, like, "Hey, I'm not." She just said, "Hey, I'm not attracted to you, and it's okay. I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with you." Blah blah blah. Right? Nobody bad in the eye. But soon as he said the exact same thing, women are women. Look at the women's faces. And I'm not talking about the extra part he threw in, like, you did me a favor. I'm talking about before he did that. That's when he was being extra, when he said you doing me a favor. But before that, because he basically said the exact same thing to her. But look at their faces.
You know.
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So
you seen this girl turn her head? He said, yeah, the feeling is definitely mutual. You know what I mean? So he just basically said, yeah, the feeling is definitely mutual, right?
that's okay. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a great
Thank
day.
you, Queen. You too.
So now that's when he took it to another level and stuff like that, right? But before that, he said the exact same thing she said.
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a great
Thank
day.
you, Queen. You too.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead. All right, we got to pop over here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Hi, my name is Tiara. I'm 22.
Okay, and why did we end up popping our balloon?
The comment you made didn't really. I like a more humble person, not someone that responds so defensive-ish. Yeah, that's really it.
So today she said she like a more humble person, right?
Like
Which
how
is
he's communicating.
Yeah, exactly. Which is understandable, right? Because we all want a humble person, right? But ladies, when are you going to check other ladies for being rude to men? When have you ever heard a woman listening to another woman being rude to a man on panels, YouTube panels? A lot of these people that's going to watch this show, right? They on other panels or listen to other people. How many times have y'all ever seen a woman being rude to a man and a woman said, "Hey, don't be rude to that man," or they just let the shit happen?
I did once.
Yeah,
on the show.
That shit is rare. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you need to apologize. I think it was one of
yeah. They said how very rude and emotional. Yeah, it was rude. You know what I'm saying? But it's a question though. You know what I'm saying? But these same ladies would say, hey, they prefer you being humble, right? But when it comes to other women, checking other women, that shit is non-existent, right? So we have to think, right, men. If we need to actually, because that's what the brother was actually feeling, right? And I know exactly why he said it. I would have said the sex. I wouldn't say it just like him, but right. But she wasn't attractive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coming out. You popping a balloon like you fucking you the shit. You need to humble your motherfucking self too, nigga. Like,
but my thing is,
you can at least let me talk.
Why are you popping the balloon before you talk to him?
Exactly.
And that's what I'm trying to get
That's
at.
not humble.
That is not humble. And I feel like even if you don't like everything, how he looks when he's walking out, you should talk to him first. Because that could have been the man that you could have that could have changed your life for the better.
And
you got to give some men chance. Like he ain't like he in a wheelchair or something like that. Just a regular person.
She could have been attracted to his brain. It's some
right.
It's some women or some men that when they date people, they're not attracted to them. They physical, right? But they are attracted to their brain, right? So they be like, damn, he might not be all I want in looks department, but I love him I love his brain. I love the way he evaluates things. I love the way this and blah 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 that. It's women that out there that does that, and they have long productive relationships with that person because they match them mentally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she off looks alone, boom, gone, done.
Yeah, she no wife with that.
Exactly. But so it's crazy. It says, James, women only have their words when they want a man to leave them alone. So a woman does not have to bow to a strange man or a man that actually safety is priority. I don't think nobody was unsafe. Everything was filmed, and I don't think no safety hazard was on this one. But Say you know what, Di? What do you think women don't check other women? Why don't you think women check other women?
Well, I could use me for example. Like I didn't check other women back in the day because it was kind of like I ain't trying to fight. Think about it like this. I don't know if you have sisters or cousins that are women or whatever, but like when you check another lady, they think it's about to be a fight. They want to fight you. Like, you can't tell me nothing. Who are you? Who the fuck are you? You ain't my mother. Like that type of shit start happening. And I'm like, I'm good. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying I don't check any. I just don't, mostly because of that. I have to really know you and like you like that for me to sit here and check you with love. But some people you just can't, some women you just can't check because they will want to fight you, and I'm good. Not doing it. Not for something like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's me. Other women, from what I'm seeing, they don't want to hurt their friends' feelings. Like, I don't care about feelings. Like, you doing something fucked up, then you know what I'm saying?
Call it out.
It is what it is.
Bring
but
it out.
They don't want to hurt their feelings. They appreciate their friendship, all of that type of stuff. So basically, y'all scared to check each other.
It's
not even about that. Like, for me, it has to be something really crazy. Like, there was a time where I checked somebody. I didn't like, so it was like this girl, she was trying to have high school type conversations with me, gossiping, right? Talking about other women when they're not around.
Yeah.
And I checked her right then and there on the phone, like, listen, this is what you're not going to do. When you talk to me, you're going to talk to me this way, blah, 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 blah. Right? She didn't do it no more. Okay? But sometimes, like, when you saying stuff to some of these ladies, they want to fight you.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's worth the fight. It has nothing to do with being scared. But some women, they just don't want to hurt their friends' feelings. I think that's most of the thing. And they still want to be their friend. Even if they look jacked up or they look whatever, they don't want to. They'll talk about it, though. They'll go, this is where the gossip coming at. They'll go talk about it to their friend. Girl, you seen such and such do this. You seen such and such do that. Girl. But they would never tell it to her face. That's where the two-face stuff coming at.
Yeah.
I've been like, right? I'm a lady. I've been a lady forever. So I've been seeing the phases from elementary school, middle school, high school, college, adulthood, right? Now I'm in my 30s now. It's like different. You understand? Women don't do it. They rather talk about each other. It's just about drama and chaos. That's the only thing that I've been seeing.
Yeah. All right, try one say again. Black women are not men. Stop the comparing. So it's okay for black women to disrespect black men in front of you. I thought you said the men are the leaders. The black men are the leaders. So you're gonna allow a black woman to disrespect your leader? That's crazy. I guess you don't think that we're leaders then. All right. I said I agree with you, Di. Oh, what's up? What's up, Ash? Hey, what's going on? So I agree with you, Di. My friend group check each other. Yeah, man, and I think that's
Have to see.
I think that's good.
She's when I said I have to really know you like that.
Yeah.
Because like her friend group, that means that her close friends. Yes, that's gonna happen. Like, hey,
Yeah.
But
that's good. I like that. Yeah, man.
And sometimes, the thing is, you start checking women, sometimes you will lose friendships.
Yeah.
They will start dropping. Like, who she thinks she is? She better than me? Like, Marcus, it's deeper than that. Women be jealous of each other throughout their whole life. So once you start checking that, oh, she better than me, that's already out the door. So I don't give a fuck about those type of friendships. If you wasn't with me in that space, you could go.
Yeah.
I just want to fight. That's all my reason is. I'm good.
All right, so let's get back to it. So now she want people to humble, but she ain't gonna check other women when they don't be humble when they talking to these men and be disrespectful, because these same black women that say they scared to get hurt or injured by a black man, but then be disrespectful to him. That shit don't make no sense. You're gonna be saying I'm at least protected, but you're gonna disrespect the man that's supposed to be protecting you. And then you're afraid of him, but you're still gonna open your mouth to disrespect him.
I'm gonna tell you why.
That shit don't make no sense.
So some women really have a revengeful spirit. So even though, let's say a man never even hurt them in that way, but guess what? They friends been hurt that way. They aunts been hurt that way. They think all men the fucking same.
Yeah.
So they ain't trying to protect no man.
Yeah, he said y'all scared. Got it. Y'all ain't fucking scared because y'all was scared.
No, I
y'all
said
would
that's
be...
my reason.
No, I'm talking about they scared of men. That's the one I made. They say they scared of men because they got to be safe out here, but they'll be disrespecting nigga quick as hell. All right, let's get back to the video.
I didn't really necessarily like
That's
how you
fine. Hey,
responded.
I could just all I can do is be honest.
I mean,
you know,
yeah, be honest.
I
Be your
came over
authentic
here
self.
to,
That's
to,
okay.
Be honest.
to find a match
Sure.
that wasn't matching. That's
Sure, I
all.
mean,
Queen.
100% understand.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
sure.
And I was.
Do you remember?
It wasn't matching, yo.
Do you remember? I'm sorry. I just thought about this. Remember when we were at Walmart and this lady was rude as fuck? I didn't even know her, but I had like 3 items I wanted her to scan to see the price, right? Because it was on the clearance rack and it had no price. So I went up to the lady and the lady didn't say nothing, but the man in front of me, the worker said, "Hey, can you help that lady?" Which was me. So she turned around with an attitude and she looked at me like she wanted to fight me. Like when I fight, I get very upset. Like everything about to go down. You about to die today, right? That's how I am. So she was rude to me. You know what I'm saying? You know how James was like, you should have said something. Yeah, with my fist.
Yeah, man. I be telling like you got correct
Like,
this shit. You got correct this, especially
She
when I'm
was
there.
she was rolling her eyes, scanning my stuff, talking all ratchet and shit, giving me the price, but it was so disrespectful. I saw red. Like I get so mad because I'm like, why are you doing all that? Like me checking you was fighting you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, man.
that pissed me off now. I just thought about it. Why was you doing all that?
All right, let's get back to it.
She's someone that's your type.
She all right. You know, you're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No,
you know, but if I see
He
you in
laughing
public,
back
I
there.
wouldn't reach out to.
But we say he telling it like it is. He's telling like, hey, yeah, she really not my type. Like she's all right. Like he didn't say she was ugly because she popped a balloon or nothing like that. He's like, oh yeah, she all right. She not my type like that. But see, like women are not used to men being this vocal, right? So this is coming off. Yeah, this is coming off as disrespect. But this man is actually telling you his feelings, right? But let's keep going.
Totally fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. And we did get a pop balloon over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
I'm Lex, and I'm 23, and I popped my balloon because I feel like you could be a tad bit disrespectful, like how you, like, I don't know, arrogant, a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, just that.
Well, voicing my opinion is not arrogant. You know, she asked me if she would be a good fit for me. If I like what I see, you know, it's contrary to the truth. So
Of course.
that's all I can do is just state what I see. I don't.
So he's basically saying, I'm not going to lie
Yeah, that
to
was
you.
a respectful response. He's
Exactly.
giving you clarity on
Yeah.
what the hell you was thinking about.
You know what I mean? So after the first comment, right? After he, you know what I mean? After, you know, she came and he said his thing, he's actually been saying more, you know, real shit. You know what I'm saying? But they still thinking about that first comment that he made. And then instead of addressing what he's saying now type of deal, right? You know what I mean? But
holding grudges.
Yeah.
That's not a good look for me. That's all, Queen. But thank you. You did me a favor as well.
Yeah. Also, what I have to say is, it's not what you say. This is what I mean by what I said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
You could have rephrased a lot of the things that you have been saying to me as well as the other girls differently. But that's all I had.
Wow. So it's not how you say it,
I'm not
what
gonna
you
say what I was
saying,
about to say.
right? So when ladies are saying, "Nigga, get out my face, you ain't this and you ain't," when they saying all that type of shit, right? The women ain't checking them, right? We have a
it's just
we have
it's just like-
our power system in our community is not balanced, right? Because we do shit to each other, right? And we'll do that same exact shit that somebody else do, and then we'll say, "Hey, you wrong for doing the same shit that we doing." We gotta
Yeah,
be better at that
but
shit.
see, the only reason why I don't get when people say that is because I'm a sarcastic person, right? So being sarcastic as a characteristic for me, my shit don't come out right. Like, so when I'm listening to him, I said, okay, facts, true. Like, I'm not even looking at it like that. I'm like, I know that's right. Like, tell him, like, because
I won't want you to be with me if you don't
by
really like me.
nature.
Like if a woman told me, yeah, I'm not attracted to you and shit like that, blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, cool, appreciate it, thank you. Like for telling you saving me some time. You know what I'm saying? So,
like disrespect would be he saying you itch, you know, saying those type of words, you know, and he's like cursing you out. But like him being honest, I promise you, ladies, that is a favor. You want men to be honest. You need to understand how they are thinking, how they are moving.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Like what Ashley said, like nothing is wrong. I'm not some of the stuff I'm just like, you know, he's saying something. I'm like, damn, right?
Yeah, man.
But I'm not saying damn because he can't say that. I think that it's good that he did say it.
Yeah.
Is, you know, he's just being himself. And that's what I like. I like any person, men, women, whatever. Y'all need to be yourselves.
Yeah.
That's it.
She says, it's clear why he's alone at 29. No, a lot of men don't want to, they're not in a rush to get married, right? So that's why he's single. He says he's very rude. I can see why you can say he's rude. I can because a lot of
ladies, he just has no filter.
Yeah, a lot of ladies are not used to men being vocal and actually telling you how they feel, right? And I think that's why we need to do a better job at being more vocal and actually telling ladies what we actually think about y'all, because every woman thinks she's a 10, right? And if men actually say, hey, you're not a 10, you know what I'm saying, rather than just trying to get the cat, a lot of women will probably, you know what I mean, understand where they rank, you know what I'm saying? So, and say he's cold, like he doesn't like black women, and they all are black. And you got to think about it too. All those ladies that's on this show is single too. So we can make that same argument and stuff like that. So
if we didn't like black women, he wouldn't be there. He
Yeah.
would have been on The Bachelor.
Yeah, man.
You ever watched that show, The Bachelor?
Yeah, man. He said so telling the truth and being honest is disrespectful. Yeah, man. But let's get back to it.
But one thing about me is I'm not going to change who I am
Of course.
to fit somebody else's liking.
That's
You know,
exactly. I was just saying he got to be himself.
How many women you heard say that?
Oh, right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying now.
No, I'm just going to tell it how it is. If you're not it, that's not it. You know, the
Cool.
one that is it, I'm going to let it be known.
Okay.
You know, for surely. Yes.
Respectful.
Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Brianna, 26. My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, women I deal with, they don't have hair on.
Okay, wait. He is literally telling them the truth.
Yo, but you see how
Hold on. Let me get close to this camera. I
But
just
you
want to
see how she tried to play him though. You see how she tried to play him, because at first she said, I'm up here, right? She ain't must got like no big breasts or anything like that. Like she ain't got
she got breasts, but it's sagging.
That's what I'm saying. Like she ain't got nothing like, you know.
Oh, see, I just said, okay, I said she got breasts, but it's sagging. Me saying, okay, that's an example of what he's doing. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing like it is.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. I just did it. Like,
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's just how I'm the same, I guess.
But she was trying to make it seem like he's just looking at his body. But he's,
oh my gosh, I'm
he's
just saying.
looking
I'm
at,
thinking about the past. Like I used to say things like that, and people would be like, you know, look at me like I was being rude. Oh my god.
But think about it,
this
right?
Is just taking me back.
When a man comes out, right? You looking at him up and down. You looking at how he's built, his legs, his fit, his clothes, right?
Mm.
When a man is looking at you, he's doing the exact same thing. He's examining to see if you have the same body structure that he likes and all that type of stuff. So why would you get mad if a man is checking your body out to see if he can fit in your life if you want a relationship?
It's because
she played herself.
I don't know if you said this or whoever said. I think it's because men are not being vocal.
Yeah.
Like honestly, you don't really hear men saying what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to.
But remember I was saying that shit? Remember, because my wife used to ask me questions when we first got together. Is this woman attractive? I'm like, nah, because blah, blah, blah.
Only reason why I asked you that is because James what he find attractive is like, I'm surprised I made the cut. This man would be like, nah, I don't like the way she talk. Nah, I don't like the way her forehead shaped. I mean, I said forehead. Yeah, forehead shape. He'll say like the craziest things. I'm like, I don't even see what you're talking about.
Yep.
Okay, so then I would be like, I was just curious because me and him are comfortable like that. I don't give a fuck. He can say somebody attractive or whatever. That don't bother me because it's not just about looks. I look good to him. We straight, and I treat him well. So I would ask because I'm just trying to understand him. So I'll be like, yo, you think she, stuff like that.
Yeah, man.
But like, honestly, men don't just be saying stuff like that though. Remember, did you rewind it? I want to hear.
Yeah, I did.
26. My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at
Age and why you ended up popping your balloon?
Brianna, 26. My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. The women I deal with, they don't have hair on their arms.
Don't do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't do
Queen.
too much.
I don't like that. That's all I was looking at. You trying to say if I'm looking at particular body parts,
You just wasn't looking at my
that's not
eyes.
what it is.
That's
No, I was
all
looking at the hair on your
Anyways,
arms, Queen.
she asked me the question.
Yeah.
Hey, she asked him what he was looking at.
Yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much.
Well,
though.
you're not qualified.
He's still taller than you with your heels on. Come on,
you would
man.
never understand that part.
But
it's not even like that.
But I'm saying she's talking about his
They
height.
they want like literally they want to look up. Like that's what it's stupid.
Yeah.
Bye, baby.
Alright,
So that's all good.
Let's move on. Okay. So we do still have 3 unpopped.
Somebody about
But
to
she
pop
looking
there.
like you gonna pop? Okay. Okay. All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Jacqueline. I'm 25. I popped because I have hair on my arms.
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal though.
Thank you.
If she ain't
You about to keep going. You keep pausing.
fit to my liking, she ain't even fit to. Hey, excuse me, Queen. I'm talking to this woman right here. Well, I could look anyway. I could look any way I want to. But yeah, can y'all give her balloon back though?
She don't want it.
Yeah, do you want your balloon back, Queen? We're not talking to you, sweetheart.
Okay.
You already been. I already let you know. I'm not interested in. You got more hair on your arms than me, baby. But anyways.
Okay. So he's saying get your balloon back, but
I can't.
So
this guy's a comedian, yo.
And he matching the energy. So a lot of ladies are not comfortable, or not even want to say comfortable. They're not used to men matching their energy like that. So he just petty, just like a lot of these ladies are petty. So that's why they not really not having fun with that shit. So yeah, man. Yeah, I know my wife now. That's why she said it.
That's why she said what?
Like she made the cut. You made the cut.
Oh, thanks, thanks, Marcus. Well, it don't even matter. Like So I never said that I was a 10. So remember, I'm learning this stuff on social media.
Yeah.
Especially with the Kevin Samuels thing. I'm learning that women are saying this, but I never looked at myself like that. I knew I wasn't like ugly or whatever. I knew I was, attracted somewhat, but like at the same time, I don't look at myself like that every day to think about it. I just know this man's his qualifications are crazy. So that's why I'm like, yo, I don't think I'm that cute for this nigga. Like,
but yo, man, going back to the bill, but you see what he said. So he was looking at her whole body, even though she had hair on her arm. He was willing to accept that from her. But when he seen the other girl and how her wig was on her head, he was like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
The outfit she got on is kind of cute.
And
it's different.
Yeah.
I just seen an outfit like that today when I was shopping.
And also too, I think since she held her balloon longer, she was willing to like listen to him having like real conversations, because men like that, they're gonna tell you like it is, no matter what period of time it is.
That means you're always gonna be on point. Because look, he look like he take care of himself. Like he's very high maintenance. Like everything about him. So that means you gotta be high maintenance with him. So this girl with this pink may match his fly because she look like she keep herself. I'm just saying this from looking at this.
Yeah,
did you rewind it?
Savage, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, he is
want me to
super
rewind it
savage.
again?
Please rewind it. That shit is funny.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, can y'all give her on your arms? That's okay though, Queen.
I popped because I have hair on my arms.
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal though.
Thank you.
If she ain't fit to my liking, she ain't even fit to. Hey, excuse me, Queen. I'm talking to this woman right here. Well, I could look anyway. I could look anyway. I could look any way I want to. You know. But yeah, can y'all give her balloon back though?
She don't want it.
Yeah.
She do want it.
So she triggered.
She do.
And you see
Why
how
she
that-
saying she don't want it? She just like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
she just saying that because she had hair on her arm, she popped it because she thinking that the man ain't gonna like her, but she do want the balloon, dummy.
Exactly. But you see how women keep women single, right? She, even though she don't like his leadership style or his personality style, right?
Mhm.
That doesn't mean that you have to tell other women not to like that. You know what I'm saying? So now that's like if I like a different race of women and then somebody else said, hey, well, you shouldn't like that race of women. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you gonna tell me what I like type of deal? You know what I'm saying? If I say I only deal with sisters and stuff like that, and then somebody say, hey, you got to deal with white girls. No, like I only deal with sisters. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me deal with my sisters and shit like that. You know what I mean? But
like
we
I'm
gotta
sorry,
stop
I'm-
that shit.
I'm looking at how they look. This girl in the pink is cute.
Yeah, she looks better than her. Yeah,
I mean, she had a four-
she look way better. Just being honest, she look way better than that girl in the red.
Do you want your balloon back, Queen? We're not talking to you, sweetheart.
Okay.
You already been. I already let you know. I'm not interested in. You got more hair on your arms than me, baby. But anyways.
Okay, so he's saying get your balloon back, but how you feeling, him?
I'm not gonna get my balloon back.
Okay.
All right, no problem. So we do still have 2 balloons.
Yes.
But you see how he didn't say nothing bad about her, right? She didn't get her balloon back, but he still didn't say anything bad about her because he's being so honest in this conversation. If he would have said something bad about her back then I would have like, oh nah, he on some bullshit. Because actually said that, like, he actually said he wanted her, right? So he said she didn't want him, so he moved on, but he actually was attracted to her though.
But I think it's because he's trying to process what her not wanting a balloon back. He don't know why.
No,
like
she's telling him why.
No, no. He want her. He don't care about her arm, so
Yeah.
that's established.
Mhm.
So now that reason is out the window. So now he's trying to figure out, okay, why doesn't she want the balloon back? Because I'm okay with her hairy arms. So I think he's just trying to process it and trying to move the show along. That's why he ain't saying nothing. That's it.
I think he still he found her attractive, whatever, right? And he stood on business, whatever. So and he was like,
so he's not rude to people he find attractive. That's what you're saying.
No, she wasn't being rude to him, right? So the other people, he felt like, you know what I mean, either they was being rude to her or he wasn't attracted to them. So he said, hey, yeah, I'm glad you did pop your balloon because I'm not attracted to you.
Yeah.
Right? Or
And I get
or
that,
the girl
but
in
see,
the red.
hers was different, and now she don't want it back, even though he don't care about her arms.
So I think only girl that was rude was the girl in the red. The other girls, I don't think they was rude to him, but the girl in the red was. That's why he gave her the most energy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but she wasn't being rude to him, and then he found her attractive, so
Mm-hmm.
he didn't want to say anything bad. You know what I'm saying? So
Do we still have 2 balloons?
No.
okay.
Let's go over here. I saw you hesitate. That's why I had
They
to
don't-
ask.
So they don't
You-
understand his energy.
Yeah, you remember
That's
her?
all it is.
You remember this chick?
Oh my god. No.
So this is the one.
That's the one, y'all. If y'all watch this show, that's the one that was he African?
Yeah,
The African
yeah.
dentist, I think. He was saying that you're too young, I don't want you. That's that girl. Mhm.
Yeah. Yep.
So if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not gonna pop my balloon because I know a lot of them popped it because he was being, I guess, arrogant. But to me, I like my man that's not gonna sit in every girl's face and complimenting them. So
That's what I'm saying. Like some people like that energy, right? Men, we have to stop this shit. Like every girl is not cute. You're not attracted to all these girls. Stop fucking chasing coochie all the damn
That's
time.
true.
Like I understand coochie don't got a face because that's been the saying, but we gotta stop dealing with women that we don't fuck with.
Yeah,
Because then when you have a child or if you want to take it to a serious relationship with this person, you ain't gonna want to be with them because you gonna look at her as like, hey, I didn't really fuck with her like that. Let's be honest, man.
I didn't find that offensive to me, but when they started what was going on, I'm very I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's gonna always be.
God damn.
I figured it was about the argument, but she don't want a man to argue back.
So that means you fucked up in the head.
What are you talking about?
Come on, man. But she is young. I think she like 19,
She
20.
said she's 23.
Oh fuck. So
All
she got
those
older.
girls was young.
Yeah, but I remember I thought she was like 19, 20. But God damn, you gotta grow the fuck up.
She was 22.
I don't want a man. So basically, she understands she gonna get her ass whooped in an argument. So she like, I want to win all my arguments, nigga. I'm undefeated.
He's very aggressive.
Like never lost. She LeVar Ball and this shit.
Be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon, because I was just like, dang. But then with me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me. You a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm gonna get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but like you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like that. But the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
you probably got a roommate at home.
She went to his pockets. Wow.
He said he was a licensed plumber.
No, but she's you from the South. Y'all jokes be crazy.
Yeah, come on now.
Y'all jokes be
if this
crazy.
man is a licensed plumber, that means he's making great money. Like that's why he said that. But come on, man. And she said she got real estate property, so she should understand that.
No, she said she do real estate.
Yeah, she do real estate. Yeah, man. Like, so you should fucking whatever.
Let me say this, Queen. I'm a licensed plumber.
So, I do real estate and property management.
I live downtown.
So what you do ain't
I live
nothing compared to
downtown.
me.
I stay by myself, Queen. You know, and you're not even qualified to be even
You
dealing
say
with me.
everybody not qualified.
You definitely not. You know, if anything, it was one of these two. I wasn't even looking your way. You ain't in my.
You heard what I said? Remember what I said? He says one of these two. So that was the only two women that he was attracted to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
If I seen that's fine. That is totally fine. But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same? Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that though, baby. Yeah, in a real way, you can't do that though, Queen.
She brought up
No way. No way. You can't. No way. You ain't in my type.
She did though.
So what did she say when he said I could bring 100K? What did she
That's
say?
why I rewinded because I ain't hear it.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? So she was talking that money talk shit like you were living with your roommate. Now when he starts saying, hey, can you pull out 100,000 at the bank? You can't. Now you're stuttering.
If I seen that's fine. That is totally fine. But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same? Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that though.
She just said, get this man out of here. She didn't say, yeah, I can. Whatever, right? Because a nigga with 100,000 in the bank, they'll say, yeah, I can. What's up?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
If they had it close, like they round that shit off.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I can.
Oh, you want me to go grab my phone? You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what they'll say. Oh, you want to go grab my shit? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. That was a big flex right there. Yeah, man. He said, he is sassy and angry, argues with women. Really? Drizzle. Well, he ain't the drizzle nigga because drizzle want women to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I think men should go back and forth with women. What's wrong with a woman arguing back with a woman? You know what I mean? I think we let women get too comfortable of just saying whatever to us, and then now you expect a weak ass leader, right? Because that's what you're gonna have, right? What boss or what manager or whatever person that you have in charge, you know what I mean? Are you gonna say? Are you gonna just let that person belittle you and fucking talk to you like you ain't shit? Because that's what argument is a person that's getting dominance over you and talking to you like you ain't shit or yelling at you, right? Why the fuck that's like you letting your kids yell at you and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? No.
So let's rewind what you said. You think that men should be more vocal, and if they argue back.
Yep.
So we could get some type of resolution. Because
exactly.
I think, which I agree to that, because I think a lot of the times women will be vocal and say things that are rude, and men don't say nothing because they don't want to fight them.
Yeah.
But they don't want to hit them. They don't want do all those type of things, so they don't say nothing.
Yeah, man. But, you know what I mean? And that's what causes this energy or these women think they're in charge because nobody checks them and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do better with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So Hey, appreciate that, brother Blaze, man. We got something for you, man. Appreciate that, bro, man. Always showing love, support. Appreciate that, brother. He said 2 hours late, but still stopping through. Laugh aloud. Peace and blessings, James Lady Die, and everybody in the chat. Hey, man, appreciate that, brother, man. Appreciate it. All right, let's get back to it.
Oh, baby. Yeah,
Let's
in a real
move on.
way. You
Let's
can't
move
do
on.
that though, Queen.
All right. If we can have your name and age.
You had to cut that clip.
I had to cut that shit.
Wow.
But see, this is what the sister code and all this shit messes up, right? Nobody gonna check a woman that's disrespecting a man, but they would check a man disrespecting a woman, right? Nobody would dare check a woman that's disrespecting a man, but when a man disrespects a woman, whatever, they're gonna check him. Make that shit make sense. You're gonna disrespect the leader that you say that's the leader of this community, that all the blame is supposed to be on him when the shit goes down. But when he's getting disrespected, you're gonna allow that shit to happen, right? But when your sister is disrespecting that brother, you're not gonna say, hey queen, or hey sis, you need to chill out. That's it. Hey, only thing you gotta do is this. You ain't gotta fucking get in their face and yell on them. Hey, it's not worth it. Hey, baby, calm down, sis. You know what I'm saying? Hey, stay in frame. You're a feminine female.
I think
that's the only thing you gotta fucking say.
Most older women would do something like that, what you just did.
Yeah.
But younger women,
That's the only thing you gotta say. A sister that was next to her, hey, don't even must let him get you out of pocket like that. Stay feminine, sweetheart. That's the only thing you as a sister gotta say. You ain't gotta say, hey, don't talk to him like that, bitch, and blah blah blah. None of that. You ain't gotta do all that shit.
Yeah, that's gonna come out my mouth. Who the fuck
you know what I'm saying? Like if I see a brother disrespecting a female or something like that, I'm like, hey, bro, nah, come on, man. Hey, that shit ain't much worth it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we both probably got high blood pressure. We don't need to be doing this shit. You know what I mean? You can say a fucking joke, calm his ass down. I actually pulled some shit like that, and you know what I'm saying? And niggas started laughing. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta get out of this bullshit of how we are. You know what I'm saying? Of how we think. Yeah, man. Please hit that like button, man. He said, I like his honesty, but but he a little too arrogant for my taste. He'll fix it and get it older and try to get being rejected. Yeah, he said he'll fix it as he gets older and tired of being rejected.
Oh, because he's being aggressive.
Yeah. You know what
I mean, I'm not with like for me. So I'm watching this and it's funny, but like I would just have to process him because I'm like at the same time I don't know. This is everybody going back and forth, and I don't like drama. That's the thing for me. So I'll have to keep analyzing him to see if he just be arguing, like just to be, because you know what I mean. That's what I would be thinking about, because I don't like all that. So that's the only thing I'll be concerned about. But I don't know if I would pop it right now. I'll still be processing it.
And we got to separate, right, TV from reality, right? He understands this is going to be on TV, and he's probably one of those people that say, hey, you ain't going to catch me on no bullshit on no TV in front of hundreds of thousands of people going to be watching this shit, probably millions. So you're not going to disrespect me, and I'm just going to take it on the chin, right? I'm one of them niggas that's going to tell you like it is, and you're going to fucking feel the shit. You're going to try to play me, I'm going to play you, and then everybody going to be laughing at your ass because I'm a comedian type shit. Nigga probably a comedian. You know how like those people in every neighborhood got that one comedian dude that you don't fuck with, that he gonna get on everybody's ass and he gonna tell jokes and everybody gonna be laughing at your motherfucking ass. So, but hey, it is what it is, man. He got one lady with balloons, so let's see how this goes.
Esther, I'm 23.
Okay. And Esther, you still have your balloon unpopped. Why so?
Are you done?
Oh yeah, I'm done with the rest of that.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, now we can talk, right?
In a real way.
Okay. What do you look for?
What
are you looking for?
Hey, you see, but you see how a feminine woman changed up that tone. He said, hey, are you done? Like, so because he understands like it's an act, right? And I want to actually get to know who you are, right? And that's the only thing the ladies had to do, right? A real woman understands how to calm a man down, right? I can be fucking mad as fuck, right? My wife understands how to calm me down. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's you have a superpower as a woman and to understand how to do that, right?
And sometimes I just let them go off because I mean it really depends.
But she understands, like, hey, if I get too far, she know how to calm me down. Because I can be mad at other people and shit like that. Like,
not at me.
Yeah. Like, but she understands, like, hey, let me calm him down, whatever, because he's fucking pissed right now.
A woman, like I said, that's not going to be promiscuous. A woman that's going to be consistent. A woman that has a career and things going for herself. Because I had the same thing going for myself.
Okay.
You know, as well. I don't need a woman to give me her money or anything. I'm just looking for devotion and some loyalty. That's all. And some honesty.
Do you believe in God?
Oh, certainly. Yes, ma'am. I'm a God-fearing man. I practice monotheism. You know, I won't tell you what I identify as religion-wise, but we can get to that at a later date and time, you know, if you choose to leave here with me.
Okay. All right. So he practices one God and stuff like that, whatever he believes in one God. And he don't want to tell his religion. He might be an Israelite, you don't know. You know what I mean? He could be anything. Let me see. Oh, probably not. But all right, let's listen.
Okay. Do you know the Bible says that love is kind?
Yes, certainly.
Are you here for love, or are you here to just insult?
I'm trying to create a family. You know, that's what I aspire to do.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You're good? Sure, we're good.
See,
you see
her questions were
totally
on
different
point
energy.
because that's what I was saying earlier. I'm just trying to find a man that wants to be married. A man that wants to be married, wants to have a wife, wants to have kids, wants to create that. If y'all not on that level, then ain't nothing here.
Yep.
And her questions were about basically that.
Yeah.
So that sounds like, you know, so far wife material so far.
Mm-hmm. So ladies, let this be this can be a teaching lesson for you, wherever, right? So some men you can calm men down by being feminine because he's not going to want to attack you because you're not being masculine.
Yeah,
so if a man
exactly.
feels like you being masculine, some of these men will want to attack. All right, cool. Mm-hmm. You want to jump into the ring with some lions? All right, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you how these fucking lions are, and you ain't gonna like it once it's done. And some guys gonna be more relaxed, more chill. Like, nah, sis. That's how most guys are. Like, hey, I ain't finna deal with this shit. I want to live. I want to be peaceful. I want to keep going, living my life. You ain't gonna have good results in your life. I'm gonna move the fuck on, right? Some guys are like that. You know what I mean? So you got to understand, like, hey, you have the ability. If you stay in frame, if you maintain your frame, you will be good, right? But and this sister did it, right? So and she probably gonna get with this brother. He got $100,000 in the bank. She gonna check and see. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, all right. Any questions for her?
No, not at all.
Oh, do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
Do you want kids?
She sound like me. Like,
Yeah.
Do you have any kids? That's next. Then do you want them?
Yeah, man.
Perfect.
Yeah, man. So they end up being a match and stuff like that, right? So
okay, let's go ahead and bring out.
Oh man, it cut the video or whatever, but they end up being a match. But I missed the part where all the ladies was mad that they matched up. They were.
She was just like, "Listen, you got drama with them, but you ain't gonna have drama with me."
Yeah.
Like,
So y'all should have seen the ladies after they did match and stuff like that, man. So you know what I mean. So like, people, man, you gotta understand, like, you know what I mean. We have to be able to, you know what I mean, know what we want, right? And men be more vocal. Don't be afraid. Tell women got to understand exactly what we think and how we are, right? So they can understand us, so we can have better relationships. If they don't understand how we think and how we are, they're going to continue to fail in these relationships, right? So we are partial to blame for them not understanding us, right? So we have to make sure we do our part. And women, you have to be more open to listen to how men actually feel. Right, you can't get emotional now if you say, "Hey, I want men to tell me the truth," and they start telling you the truth. You know what I mean? Don't ask for something that you really don't want.
It's gonna be different at first. I'm not talking about like everybody wants the truth, but I'm talking about like how this guy was.
Yeah,
it's gonna be different at first, but that's a man. Like you want that type of dude. I'm telling you, it's like the best thing ever.
Yeah, man. So exactly, man. So man, we got brother Chris, man. What's going on,
hey,
brother?
Chris.
Yeah, man. He said facts. I love when a woman can calm me down, man. It's very true. Exactly, man. Because when you out of frame and you in that emotional state of anger and shit like that, whatever, right? You need somebody that's going to be able to calm you down, relax you, man. So yeah, it's facts. It says, she said, no, it's not her job to calm down a stranger. He should have manners and mature aura as a man. Stop assigning strange women to smooth their man. No, I guess I don't think you understand my point. That I said. I said you see how the woman had a better conversation, right? So she seen through what he was doing, right? And she was able to assess. She wasn't listening to all the BS what the other ladies was talking about, right? So he can be a quality good man, right? That man, he probably don't have it all together, right? But she can actually teach him some, hey, I think you're a good man, but you need to work on this type of shit, right? Because that's what you're gonna a man is gonna tell you, hey, I think you're a good woman, but you got to work on this, right? So a lot of us look past quality people because we too emotional, right? And then we end up old, single, and thinking we living our best life, right? When we could have actually had somebody that was decent that we could have worked on. Everybody's going to be a project that you're going to work on. I wasn't the same person I was 10 years ago, right? My wife had to help me with some shit. I helped her with some stuff.
Like
you know
the
what I'm saying?
grace that one of the ladies was talking about, you gotta give grace. So I had to learn that. I had to learn to give grace, to understand his background. All of that stuff matters. Childhood, all of that stuff comes together when you get with somebody. So you learn those things.
I was raised in the hood. Like I was raised like that.
He was raised
in the
right in the hood. His whole the first 18 years.
So
of
I'm
his
gonna come
life.
off. Yeah, so I'm gonna come off a little bit more harsh. You know what I'm saying? I had anger issues growing up, right? I was ready to fight like that. You said one thing I ain't like, I'm swinging at you. I wasn't talking, right? You know what I'm saying? So I grew up with it was 4 boys in our house. I had 4 brothers, and we was fighting all the constantly, right? So my mindset was a lot different. I had to mature.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
survival
saying?
skills. Nothing.
Yeah, and I had survival skills. I had to mature as a man and stuff like that. It was things that I had to learn. So that's why sometimes I revert back to how I used to be when I get angry, especially if I feel like I got disrespected or something like that. Whatever, that shit will come out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're not in front of me and I can't fight, you know what I'm saying? Now I have to calm myself down because I can't get that anger off me. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be things that any relationship you're going to get with that you're going to have to work on that person with. But we're not humble enough to understand that we're going to have shit with us and that other person going to have shit with them. So we're going to have to fix that. But y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. A lot of us was raised in the hood, man. And we have to deal with those anger issues. You say why people don't understand. What people don't understand, James, is we all are half until we find that other half to complete us. Yeah, man. That's
I
a
like
fact.
that
That's a fact.
Yes, we are. Yeah, I like that.
And that's what God said. He said, he told Adam, man, you wasn't complete. Let me get you a helpmeet. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't complete, my G. You know what I mean? You need somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what we had to do. You know, so she said first impressions say as much. She does not need to a black man project to try to fix him. No. He needs to fix himself first. No excuses. Well, that means nobody gonna be in a relationship then, Travel. I'm sorry. I don't know if you think black women are angels or some shit like that, or black men or angels are supposed to be angels or something like that, but all of us are fucked up. Like honestly, like what person came out of a successful relationship? 70% of women are having children out of wedlock. You know what I mean? Y'all saying the men are not in the house. You know what I mean? We got to deal with police brutality. We got to deal with being in this country and how we treat it. We got to deal with low paying jobs and stuff like that, having lower salaries. We having most college debt. You know what I mean? We have a lot of shit that we have to deal with. Our families not being intact, us not being able to trust one another. So what perfect motherfucker coming out of these situations you thinking about?
And shit, we trying to create the kids that we have together and give them something we ain't really never really seen like that.
Yeah.
Like a stable household, parents that love each other.
Yeah.
They're married and they're sticking through it until we, have full gray hair.
Yeah.
We are about to see how they are gonna turn out. I'm making sure, no. My kids need to have that type of lifestyle because we didn't have that. And I want to know how that's going to turn out. We're going to try our best and we'll let you know in about 15 years, 20 years to see if they were able to look at our love, look at how we stay together, our sacrifices, our respect for one another, and see how they are going to go out in the world and find that same thing.
Yeah, our family was dealing with the crack epidemic. We had all type of things that we had to deal with. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to see this. What percentage of Black women you think are healed completely to be in these perfect relationships? You think? Just give me a percentage if you're not an AI. Because AI probably won't be able to give me a percentage. But what percentage you think Black women are healed and ready for a relationship? You know what I'm saying? And they don't have no issues and they just ready to get into a relationship. That'll help us out completely. Says no one is perfect. You facts. You will go to the grave as a work in progress, and there's no way around that. Waiting for the perfection will get you nowhere. And I think
Exactly.
I think that's what a lot of our sisters they mess up with, right? Because they think that man has to be perfect, and men understand that our woman's gonna be perfect, right? I understand when I was giving my wife, she wasn't gonna be perfect. She understood that too. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean?
Look, I try to be as perfect as I can be because I don't like conflict because I like to fight. No, I'm playing. I ain't gonna fight you.
But yeah, man. But no, like we understand.
I get mad.
We understood that, you know what I mean, it was gonna be issues that we're gonna. But once I understand that, I knew that, you know what I mean, she was the right one and stuff like that, whatever, right? Huh?
I'm sorry,
when I understood that, I was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure we get down to the road. I can deal with where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta have like the perfect, and you know what I mean, it's things that she wished I was. Shit, she wished I was taller. Goddamn.
Why you keep saying that? I'm taller, I guess. I'm taller than most the average.
Tell them.
Since you keep listen, I'm taller than the average. So I think the average lady is either 5'4" or 5'5".
Nobody want to hear you no more now.
I'm 5'6". I'm 5'6". So in my head, I expected somebody to be like 6 feet or something, 6'1" or whatever. Just so when I put on heels, you still taller than me. But honestly, that stuff, I had to learn that stuff doesn't matter. Since he's bringing it up, I just want to talk about it. Because I know a lot of women, they want like really tall guys. And it is what it is. You want really tall guys because you want that same effect that I was just talking about. You want to look up. You think that men who are not that tall can't protect you and all of these things. Well, I had to learn. I had to understand that doesn't matter. With the tallest dude still ain't like nothing. He doesn't provide what I want. You get what I'm saying? I realized those type of things does not make a man. You understand? I learned that through my experience. So when I got with James, I wasn't even thinking about his height. I liked him. Mm-hmm. He was so good, like a good man. I was like, oh, okay, let's see what he got going on.
I'm 7'7" in heart. No, I'm 5'9".
So yeah, he's 5'9", I'm 5'6". You know, I put on my heels, I'm about the same height as him, right? So it depends on what type of heels I put on. I'll probably be taller.
Yeah.
But like I said, I realized that height did not make that man. It has made him look a certain way that we're looking at, but it did not make him. When I got with James, I didn't even look at the height. I looked at him and I was like, yeah, this is the one. That height thing, and this is how you know you found the one. That height thing went out the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Went out the door and and I was happy as hell with that.
Yeah. It says, do not use the word perfect, although it's known that black men do seek out broken women to use, and that is too common. So again, man says he's a leader and must work on himself first. So when you're saying that a person doesn't have to, you don't have to a project or somebody that has to be work on, that means you're saying that they're perfect, right? So if something is perfect, you don't have to work on it, right? So if you saying this is how men think, this is how we use definitions of words and different things, men use this stuff and stuff. So you will have to use a different word then, because if I say something is perfect, I'm not going to have to work on it, right? So you saying you don't want to have to men should have to be a work in progress, right? So that means you want something perfect. So you're gonna have to be able to use different words to basically articulate what you want or what you're trying to say, because men are going to say that you want perfect when you saying that the man should not be a work in progress. So that's why we say perfect. That's why all the men got that, and that's why all the men are saying perfect, and that nobody, it's always going to be something that to work on, right? Yeah, man, 5'9" is not bad, man. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying?
It's
so
because I'm 5'6". If I was like 5'4", 5'2".
Shut up. She don't know that.
That's why. So when women be like 5'1", 5'2", and they be like, "Oh, I want 6'3", I'm like, "You short? Like anybody will be taller than you at this point."
yeah, man. But yeah, man. So, but this is what we got to do, man. Men got to be more vocal, right? I say I like what the brother did, honestly. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you got to take things to the extreme so people can understand the point. Right. And I think a lot of ladies don't understand what they're doing until men do it back to them, and then they don't really like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the men should be petty and stuff like that, right? But we have to be able to voice our opinions, and then a lot of women will be more susceptible to it and probably listen more compared to what we got going on now. So yeah, man. Yeah. Say that's shallow. Said I'm 5'9" and my man 5'6". Okay, sis, I see you.
Oh,
I
wow.
see you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Like when you meet that one, I promise you that height goes out the door. Like you just start to love. It's not about, like I said, the height don't make nothing. That's just something that just look a certain way. But when you find that quality man, it don't even matter. It don't even matter. Yeah, that's how you know you in it for the right reason. Some of these women, they're not even trying to be married.
That's what Ashley said. Yeah, man. She like, yo, I got my man. Shit.
She'll be a prime example. Yeah,
exactly. Said not saying that they shouldn't get or seek counseling to know themselves and first gain manners and tact before seeking a wife. The wife is not the end all and be all. Again, she is not a savior. Yeah, but nobody expecting a wife to be a savior. A wife is just supposed to be the helpmeet. It's supposed to help him in the areas that he's weak in, right? So he's going to be taking over and taking care of a lot of things, right? So once he's down on his luck, that's when the wife comes in. That's when I get angry and I'm feeling a certain type of way, my wife comes and help me out. That's not an everyday thing. So sometimes you got to be willing to take care of the slack, right? If she sees, hey, I had a bad day at work, she's going to give me a back massage, or she's going to do something to help me out. You know what I'm saying?
Or she probably
give me some space, or give me some good food. You know what I'm saying? So
the stuff that he likes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's
whatever
the
he likes. It don't have to be food, but anything that, and that's any lady. When you have a man, you have to learn him.
Yeah.
Especially for the day. It depends on his mood that day. He might not want nothing good to eat. He might want something else, dessert or whatever. I'm just saying, you want to make sure you learn him and you provide him what's going to get his mind off of it. Yeah. If you have a solution for him, you could do that too. Yeah. It just depends ladies, on your man.
So ladies with that mindset, y'all got to be more humble, right? You're going to have shit with you. A lot of people walking around like their shit don't stink, and your shit do stink too. It's going to be times that he's not going to want to be around you. It's going to be times that you fucked up, right? And he might not even must call you out on it. He probably just go on. It's sometimes like my wife does shit, and I don't even say it. I just do it. It's times I leave
my wife one more time.
It's times it's time I leave shit on the floor, and she just throw the shit in the washer for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's shit that happens. You know what I'm saying? And we not fucking just you gotta fucking do this. You gotta do this every fucking time. It's gonna be shit that's forgotten.
But
you know what I mean? Sometimes she leave the keys in the damn car, and then the next morning I go out there and fucking the keys are in the car, and we looking for the keys, and the motherfuckers in the car.
So it's a good point that he made. He showed that sometimes he leaves stuff on the floor, and I learned that doesn't make him a bad person. Obviously, he Russian. And it's not that deep. I'm about to put this shit in the washer. Then he brought up something that I do that he doesn't like. This is what I wanted to talk about, because this is what is not talked about. We always talk about what they leaving on the floor, but what are we doing that they don't like? He don't like that I used to leave the keys in the car. I think I did it a few times, especially last month or whatever. I kept leaving the keys in the car. So we trying to call it. We got this tag thing on our keys where you can find. Y'all gotta find this. It's like an Apple tag or whatever.
No, Samsung.
Oh, Samsung tag.
Yeah, I got no Apple.
Where you leave you put it on anything. You can put it in your purse, put it in your wallet, put it on your keys, put it on your phone, and you can find stuff. So we're sitting here calling the keys, and the keys in the damn car.
Yeah.
Did I remember? No, I didn't. I got a lot of things on my plate, but he don't like that.
Yep.
So
I get in her car. She supposed to tell me when she supposed to get because I fill a tank up, right? So she supposed to tell me when her gas get on E, so I can go fill a tank up. And her ass be forgetting to tell me that shit. And then I get in the car, I'm for to drive a long ass distance and shit like that, and it should be empty. I'm like, God, why you even fucking tell me? You know what I mean?
So it's things that you don't like that he's doing. If he's leaving clothes on the floor, and he don't like things that you doing, leaving hair all over the place or whatever it is. We all have things we don't like. It's not that deep. Chill out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, be humble. Sit down, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It said he should get or seek counseling, right? And I think this is another issue that we got, right? I understand that you getting therapy and shit like that. Yeah, it's cool. But I think your partner should be somebody that you can talk to. You know what I'm saying? And I think we getting away from this in a relationship. We don't trust the person that we sleeping with and we have a marriage with and we having kids with, but we'll rather go listen to a motherfucker that don't know shit about you, that don't know nothing about your situation.
Not even married.
Yeah, not even married. And then they gonna give you advice about your marriage because they licensed therapists and shit like that. They can be a feminist, they can hate men, it can be a gay person, it can be anybody in that community, whatever. They don't not having a heterosexual relationship, but you can get advice from them, but you can't get advice from your partner because the person that you doing the shit to, right? So if you're doing something that person don't like, right, that person should be able to come to you and talk to you, and that should be your counseling section too, whatever. So,
like for example, me and James never went to counseling, premarital counseling. Me and him never, and it was suggested, go to church and they suggested, and I know one of them, they gave us the love languages book. I'm not into any love language. I'm not saying I don't have a love language, right? Acts of affection, all this dumb stuff. I just don't think that that's part of the marriage to me. Like, it's deeper than that. Like, you don't have to, if my love language is the gifts or what they call it, whatever the gift giving one is, and he don't buy me a gift, but I'm gonna love him less. So we didn't like the approach that our premarital counselor was giving us. I'm good on that. So to find a pastor, whoever that aligns with what we looking at, we never found it. So we never had premarital counseling.
What I used to tell you, because she used to ask me, hey, you want to go to this counseling, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I ain't going to that shit for a motherfucker to tell me, you know what I mean, how to be a man and how to be in a relationship with you. No, like, you know what I'm saying? I was telling her that shit 10 years ago.
So we was just mutual on that. So I'm not saying people don't need it. Depends on how you grew up. Depends on what you've been seeing. He's been married before or whatever, and that didn't work out on her part. So it's not like he didn't have no experience. I just didn't have no experience, but I come from a family of marriage and they got divorced. So it's a lot of stuff going on. Yep. If you've never seen it, you don't know what this stuff looks like, then maybe you do need premarital counseling, but you need to get it from a good counselor. Just get it from anyone.
And that was my fault too, because I gave a woman a title that she didn't deserve. So, you know what I mean? I was looking at that Disney fairy tale shit. But he said, man, if he's a therapist, chances he's probably a gay man.
What's up? Hey, how are you?
Going on, brother?
Thanks for being here.
It said black men don't like counseling. Just say that. Yeah, man, we don't. Yeah,
it was mutual. Like,
and the reason why is because of this, right? You mess up the power dynamic in your house.
Yeah.
Because what if that man that you go to counseling says something different in the vision that you got for your family, right? Now it's going to be a power dynamic because now she's going to trump you and say, well, this other man said that you did this and you did this wrong. Now you mean to tell me you're going to tell me how I'm going to run my house because you listen to another man that you're not sleeping with? That shit don't make no fucking sense to me. You mean to tell me you sleeping with me every day? You're going to have my kids. This is my legacy. I have a vision and plan that I got for my family. And then you're going to go to another motherfucker to tell me how I should be raising my family? No.
So, it's another thing too. Like I was gonna say, what was it? The counselor. I just lost it. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, he's fine. You're fine. He said that love language stuff is literally a general thing that we should be done on a regular within a committed relationship or marriage. Yeah, man. A lot of this stuff is just simple shit that they be trying to say.
Oh, that's what I was about to say.
Go ahead, say it.
So we have clients, right? This is dating to marriage support. We help and support people who need the help, right? So they come to us and they say, hey, this is what we need. My wife is not doing this, my husband's not doing that, or I'm not married, I'm single, I've been single for a long time. I got whatever the issue is, we come and support them. What I tell them, especially the ones that are looking to be married, I tell them, once I help you get married, I'm not going to be your counselor when you are married. Because we're not even on that wavelength. I'm not saying you can't call me if you need some type of help, but our goal, our mission is to help you have these strong tools that you and your husband can work out together.
That's his job.
Because guess what? I'm not gonna be here for. What if I'm not here? Or what if I'm not available at that moment when you call me and ask me a question? And this is a crisis. What? You have to have me help you out at all times? I'm not married to you.
Yeah.
You need to go and talk to your husband or talk to close people in your family, maybe whoever, that's been married for 30, 40 years. And you go ask that lady and do it like that. But honestly, when you are married, to me, you shouldn't have no counseling. You and your husband are the ones who's going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's how I lead all of our clients. I'm here to help you get there. But when you get there, you should have enough tools that I've been teaching you and you will be fine. And we don't do counseling. We've been together 10 years and never did premarital counseling. And we married. We're 8 years married now. 8 years. Never.
And that builds the trust in your relationship. So now you can depend on that man to give sound advice to you, and he can know exactly how you feel. You just got to work on the communication in that relationship. And if a man can be vocal in his relationship and tell you exactly how he feels, or the woman can't tell you exactly how she feels, it's going to be a hard relationship. And I think that's why a lot of these relationships don't last, because everybody can't be honest, right? Men don't want to be honest. They don't want to tell exactly how they feel. They let shit go. They keep letting shit go by, pass. Years later, now they build up a level of contempt for you. And then now they end up cheating or leaving. You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden, now you looking like, dang, why this person left me, or why he never told me how I felt about this relationship, right? You should have that level of trust with your man. If you don't have that level of trust with your man, y'all shouldn't be in a relationship. And then a lot of these people, when they go to counselors, they use that just to say, hey, my counselor agreed with what I'm saying, right? And he don't understand, that counselor don't understand the man's side of point of view on what he's trying to get. You know what I'm saying? Or is not living with that person day by day. So I can make any person the worst person in the world, right? I can make any fucking body. You can be the best person in the world. I can say something negative about you and continue to find something negative about you to make you the worst person. So we got to be cautious with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It says, I'll say, just saying counselors should not be discouraged because they are Christian counselors. Come on now. Even the Christian counselors are off. A lot of them, some of them be sleeping with the people that at work.
And the people I was talking about
at the church.
People I was talking about were in the church. It's not about that.
Yeah.
I just didn't find so like when you
and let me address this one too. It says, well, why do a high number of husbands leave their wives when they had serious illness? You got to show me a stat of a high number of men leaving their wives, because all the stuff I've seen is mostly women leaving their husbands. So you have to, like, what percentage of men are leaving their wives? What percentage you think? I'm still waiting on that other percentage too, but go ahead.
But you know, like when you're looking for a car, you're looking for something that you want. So as things that you are interested in, the features.
Yeah.
When you look for a counselor, this is important, because I think people just be getting a counselor because they certified or they was recommended by somebody. Oh yeah, this person helped me out. You have to make sure that this counselor is aligning with your goals. Because remember, you find a man that aligns with your goals. You got to find a counselor, because the counselor is trying to help your relationship. This is all the same thing. So if this counselor does not align with your goals, they have no experience or nothing, and you're sitting here just going there because they have a piece of paper that says that they are a counselor and they're certified to teach you, that's where you go wrong at. Me and James never found someone. Well, we weren't looking as hard.
I wasn't looking. I
but
was good.
I didn't come across many that was aligning with what we wanted in the future. Because how are you going to tell me what we going to do when you don't even agree with what we're doing?
Yeah. I told
that's
her,
going to already turn us, against each other. So I need someone that's going to help us keep the love and stuff like that.
I told my wife, I was like, you can get individual counseling if you wanted to, but we're not going to do that couple shit, because I don't want, if I'm going to be the leader in this relationship, I'm going to fucking lead it. I'm not going to let another motherfucker come in here and tell me how to lead my relationship.
And with that, it didn't even matter. It's not like I was some people that, we got to have counseling. You don't.
Nope.
Y'all need to learn how to work it out by yourself. If you can't talk to that man and ask that man questions and figure stuff out with that man by yourself, then you don't need to be married.
So if you're going to do counseling, you do individual. You work on your shit. Don't talk about what the other person is doing. You work on your issues that person is telling you that you're doing. And then now you can fix that type of shit. But couples counseling, no. You work on the issues that if somebody's saying, hey, you have an issue with this, and another person said you had that same issue, whatever, right? You can talk to somebody and see if you have that issue. You know what I'm saying? Because you have two people or 2 or 3 people that saying, hey, you had this same issue. Now you go try to work on that. But couples counsel, no. The man should be leading that relationship, and he's gonna if she doesn't allow, or well, not allow, but she doesn't want to follow what that man is doing, you know what I mean? She need to go about her way.
Yeah, it's simple, but you guys could do what's best, but always make sure that it aligns with your goals, or they're gonna send you off to a different space that you do not need to be in.
Yeah,
been there, done that. So yeah,
man. So, but no, man, it was good, man. It was a good live, man. Appreciate all the comments, man. My brother Blaze, Coos, Travel One, Chris, Marcus, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the super chat again, man. Always showing love and support, man. Just Rubes normally be here too, man, but he probably was busy, man. He probably see this on the playback, man. So, but now appreciate everybody coming through, man, showing some love, and y'all be safe out there, man. Appreciate y'all, man. All right, peace.